And a big good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to you high atop Joe Yenny Stadium here in Metairie, Louisiana. We are down in the just north, I guess, west, wherever. We're not quite in the Big Easy just yet, but we are down here ready to bring you Alexandria Senior High School second-round playoff action. Again, I am Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Brett Stallsby on the camera for us tonight. And Trojans are coming out. They're warming up, getting ready to go. We spent a lot of time with their Trojans today, able to sit down and visit with some of them at the pregame meal. But glad we got our visitation in earlier with the players and the coaches, because I'm telling you, it is business as usual as we speak. Again, I am Doug Gann. This is 446 Sports Production. A lot going on tonight. Of course, Tioga down this way as they will travel to St. Paul is where they will be, and then our Holy Savior Menard Eagles make the trip up 49 to the Shreveport area to play Calvary in that one. But we are here. Good evening, everyone. Doug Gann. Nick Magnetto joins us in the booth now for the first time tonight. Nick, tell me a little bit about how nice it is out here in Press Box East.
69 degrees, mostly cloudy. We have 88% humidity, so it's kind of a little sticky if you're moving around, but we're good. northwest wind 1 mile an hour. So we're ready for the good night of football and look forward to this second round playoff match.
Indeed, we are going to get into our keys to the game, brought to you by Why Not Stop. We'll get into our Velar and Green starting lineups, but send a big welcome out to Certified Transmission, a new sponsor for what it was, and brand new, our sponsor of the countdown show, of our countdown of the coin toss, Vexus Fiber. Vexus Fiber joining us, and they will be with us throughout the next, the rest of the games that we do. We came on board with them, came outside to the coaches show last night out at Walk-Ons and said, hey, where did all these people come from? And I said, this is a little thing we do on Thursday nights. And they said, we want to be a part of that because we want to be a part of Central Louisiana, brand new fiber company that is coming to Alexandria and Pineville, and we invite you to check them out, VexusFiber.com. Nick, tell me about last night at Walk-Ons and how special of a night that was.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Doug. There wasn't a lot of football talked about because, it was just a family thing. We had a great time. We visited. We did touch. Well, excuse me. There wasn't a lot of detailed football talked about, but kind of recapping, what's happened, throughout the first 11 weeks, and just a lot of excitement. Best crowd we had, most players we've had, most family members we've had. It was a lot of fun.
Look, just getting out and talking to all of the coaches and family members after the show made it great. And the one thing that was on all their minds is we need to be back doing that show one more time, and then one more time, and then one more time. A lot of business to take care of. Of course, next week is Thanksgiving, and that will take care of itself. But tonight, your Trojans, who have the purple pants on, white jerseys with purple block letters trimmed in gold, and the white Trojans with the Alexandria logo. Brother Martin right here in New Orleans, and we'll tell you a little bit about them. They are in the white and red tops with the white numbers. One thing I guarantee you, it'll be a little easier for us to read the numbers tonight, Nick, that's for sure.
Nobody complaining over here.
So tell me, why are we on the campus of East Jefferson and not on the campus of Brother Martin or at Ted Gormley or any of those fields? Why are we here?
Well, they have 3 public facilities that they use, Tad Gormley, Pan American, and then Joe Yanni Stadium here. And I think there's a preference. I think there's a rotation. And the rotation was not theirs for Gormley or Pan Am, so we're here. And
so this is your last choice of fit? This is nice.
No, I'm sorry. The rotation. I'm sorry. The rotation. So I think what happens is they kind of swap through all 3 of them.
It's a beautiful field. We're gonna pan the camera from right to left and take a little bit of a look at that, and then look across the field. This is the first time this year that we've not been in that thing up above the stands in the middle there. They call that the press box, and we'll get a good look into that press box. What did they tell us, Nick, about why we can't go in there?
Not enough room.
What about that place down on the left down there?
I'm going to try to be nice.
So for some
Mama said if they ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing nice at all.
All right, you're going to mute you. Back to me. So this reminds me, and I've told this story a few times. In the good old days of Chicago Cubs baseball, Harry Carey and Steve Stone would go out into the crowd, and they would do a game or two from the bleachers through the year. And here we are up in the bleachers high atop Joe Yanni Stadium. Great view. Very good hospitality that was out here that allowed us to get to where we are tonight.
Yeah, I will compliment the staff because they were very, the staff from Jefferson Parish, they were very friendly, let us park in a very friendly spot, let us use the electrical, outlet that was closest to us, and really just...
Thanks to Brett?
Yes, thanks to Brett.
And that's because you and I couldn't reach it.
That's right.
So Brett was the tallest one in our group, and he doesn't get to hear that very often.
Yeah, and the way I adjusted that one back down is not OSHA approved. I was standing on Coke crates.
What did old boy say? I know nutsing.
That's right.
Nutsing.
But
tell us how Brother Martin got here. Whether you know the story of the Trojans, what does the season look like for the number 4 seed, the Brother Martin Crusaders?
Well, they're 7-3 overall. They're 4-2 in district. Finished 3rd in their, I guess they call it the Catholic League down here, which is a pretty brutal district. If you look at it, they play Edna Carr, who's number 5 in Select Division 1. They play
That's a travesty, mind you, how they're 5th.
Yeah. They play Jesuit, which they're 4 and 6. They play Holy Cross, which they're 8 and 2.
Number 1 seed.
Yeah. They play Rummel, which they're 4 and 6, and they play John Curtis, who they're 7 and 2, and they finished with St. Augustine, who's a perennial power who just kind of had a little bit down
just happens to play everybody else.
Right.
A couple of common opponents that I see on the schedule: St. Thomas More, which we went to in week 2, and the Lions of Ouachita Parish. Similarities in that.
Yeah, there are 3 losses. One of them was to St. Thomas More, who's select division number 2. They're number 1 overall in the select division 2 at 10-0. St. Thomas More beat them 41-7. I watched the film and we battled well against St. Thomas More. We scored more points on them, but I tell you,
look, I'm going to take my glasses off here, and Brett, the camera's not on us, but I'm going to tell you, how does Sam Altman not have an offer? The quarterback from St. Thomas More spins it as good as anybody does out here, and no love for him. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean, that's, we're, the Tigers are focused on a guy out of Michigan who's pretty good for next year. They have a guy out of Florida signed, but I mean, UL, McNeese, Tech, so.
Drew Maddox, LCU, give him a call.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's probably been the best passer of the football that we've seen all year in our 10 games.
We've seen different style quarterbacks.
That's
Chance Babineau, who won't play football in college, I don't believe, from the understandings that I get. He's going to get drafted out of high school to throw the rawhide. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, we like I said, we've seen some very good quarterbacks. We've seen the mobile type. We've seen the ones that can pass and throw. But I tell you, Altman was probably the best pure passer that we played against. And then they lost to Edna Carr, who, like you said, it's a travesty that they're ranked number 5 in Select Division 1. They lost to them 19-7. And then their third loss was to some team. You ever heard of them? John Curtis. Does that ring a bell?
Unbelievable. But you look over at our Alexandria Trojans, and their losses on the season are to Karen Crow, St. Thomas More, Ruston, and West Monroe, who 3 of those 4 will all be deep in the playoffs. I got to believe that. So it's been an interesting season to what we've seen for. You'll see Brother Martin similar to what we've seen out of a Ruston and a West Monroe. But right now, before we get into our Why Not Stop keys to the game, we're going to take our first break of the evening. Again, you'll be able to keep up with the scores courtesy of our Wallace High Associates scoreboard at the top. But look at all the scores from around the family of 446 sports teams on the Sadler's Towing Scrolling scoreboard. But I did promise Nick that I would get into the keys to the game a little bit earlier, so we're going to do that right after this first break. Are you ready for the second round playoff edition of them?
Yes, sir. Let's roll.
I know I am. We'll be right back after this. What do they say? It's coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching the Vexus Fiber Countdown to Coin Toss, and we'll do it all right after this from Southern Air.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, Certified Transmission.
There you see the countdown is on. 3, 2, 1, Trojan football. Back at the booth, I am Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Brett Stallsby pushing the buttons for us tonight. And what better way to start this night out than go to our Why Not Stop keys to the game. There you see it, Alexandria versus the Crusaders of Brother Martin. And so I've got to explain a little bit of this because we're going to have a lot of new people that are watching us tonight. And you come up with some keys to the game, and I've got to have something in here that jars a little bit of what is he talking about in these. So do you think now you've had 11 weeks plus the Jamboree to get ready for this? You think you're ready and prepared for this?
I think my keys to the game have been more accurate than matching up the Pictionary signs that you're giving me. So
we can't be fun at the old ball game. So without further delay, let's go on to key number 1.
Yeah, for the offense, BU. We're not going to reinvent the wheel here. I got that one. Hey, guys, gentlemen, this is the 12th game of the year. Your offense has been running great. You've done really well. Just be you. Do your thing. You know, don't overthink it, and let's get the job done tonight.
Boy, I missed the boat on that one. We should have had BU Designs right there. But you see the guy reinventing the wheel there.
That's right.
There you have it. On to key number 2. There you go.
Know your role. That's right.
Anytime I can get a chuckle out of Nick, it's got to be a great night.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yes, we talked to Coach Mertz last night. That was one part that we did talk a little detail, but on the defense, it's all about the front 7 tonight. I know the back end's important, but we're going to have to stop their run. We're going to have to know their job. It's going to be gap control. We're going to have to know what gaps we're supposed to be in, because if we get out of that, this team will burn you.
Did you ever watch any of the WWE?
I did not.
So you don't know The Rock's big thing.
No.
If you smell what The Rock. Okay.
I know that, but not because of the WWE, but just because hearing it on the radio.
There you have it. So The Rock says, and so does Coach Nick know your role tonight. Key number 3.
Yeah, number 4. Which brother? Where we at?
Oh, brother,
where we're out there.
Yeah. We're playing Brother Martin.
That's right. That's
don't
right.
Know where we
you got me on that one.
That's
right.
Week.
You got me. Look, I want y'all to remember the number 4 tonight, because they're ranked number 4. Okay, but I want us to focus on our 4. I want us to focus on all 3 phases of the game. You know, offense, defense, and special teams, and the coaches. Because tonight is going to take all 4 to take down the number 4 team in the state.
And don't sleep on the other number 4, Mr. E.J. Scott.
That's right. That's right. We can add that one. That's what the play-by-play guy is supposed to add.
There you go. That is your Why Not Stop keys to the game. You did a great job on this one tonight, Nick. Very, very good.
And that's for Chuck Perkins, by the way. Chuck's a big fan of our keys to the game.
Chuck and his crew, Billy French, are down here in this area as well. They are over in Covington. Is that where they're at tonight?
Yes, sir. Covington, yep.
So we all were in central Louisiana last week, and now we're all at separate ends of the state. Big shout out to Polos and Plaids, who got our nice gear for all of 5 of our broadcast teams this year, and have just enjoyed these. And one thing that I can assure you is they handle up on the washing, as it's been about 57 times now that these shirts have been washed over the 12-week season. So excited to have you here. Going to take another break, step away. When we come back, we'll continue our Vexus Fiber countdown to coin toss, and we'll do all of that right after this from our title sponsor, Valex Federal Credit Union.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Looking for somewhere different for lunch? Le Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar is a gourmet espresso bar and restaurant with an emphasis on Southern social experience, featuring a wide variety of salads, soups, sandwiches, and of course waffles. Le Bistro has something for everyone and every lifestyle. Whether you are meeting friends, spending time with family, or hosting a private party, we offer a dining experience all will enjoy. Le Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar on Coliseum Boulevard.
Joseph Yenny Stadium here in Metairie, Louisiana. Brett, I think you can finally hear us. Is that right? There you go. So Brett's joining us, and thankfully I got some wisdom out of my man Nick, and we've been trying to Bluetooth. We've been trying all this stuff, and he says, why don't you just plug the headset in? It's like, why don't you mind your business? So, look, it is a beautiful night for football. You gave us the conditions. What was it, 69 degrees when we came on the air at 6:30?
Yeah, 88. Like I said, the humidity's a little high if you're moving around, but I think whenever it gets a little later in the evening, it's gonna be comfortable.
You see down on the right side of us, so we're on the visitor sideline. We are out among the crowd of Trojan fans that have made their way down here. So grateful we did. You know, we got to spend some time with the coaches over at Piccadilly this afternoon and talk to some of the players. Jason Blackwell is back tonight. What did you see out of him? Was he his normal Jason Blackwell self? Was he cutting up and playing to it? What was he doing?
He was sitting at a table by himself.
By him what?
By himself.
Wow.
In the zone. And I didn't even want to talk to him. I just kind of walked by. I found him and I said, I'm just going to walk by, go eat my lunch, and I like that. I like that a lot. He's focused and ready to go, and of course being a senior and being a leader, and Coach Murch, what he said last night about him, you can tell the crowd what he said about him last night.
Yeah, now we finally can, that he'll be out here. We knew that he was going to play, but that's a little tidbit of information that that the coaches wanted to keep, and we will not put anything out that they ask us not to do. And there's a big pass down the side to EJ, and that was dead on the money from about the 10-yard line. You see the Trojans making their way over. They'll head in and then do that Trojan walk around the side to come out the ASH Trojan banner that is there. And guys, we are getting close here. Nick, I'll let you get the Brother Martin, who we're not sure where they're at tonight. They arrived late. It's a home game for Brother Martin, but it's not their home stadium.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, and of course they're probably used to it because they live around here and they're used to this. But wow, how would you like hosting a second round playoff game and you have to get on a bus and drive to your what's considered your home field for the week?
And that's why we've seen the Trojans do that when they play, say Pineville.
Right.
Stay at home as long as they can, get loose there, load on the bus, come over, do a quick stretch, and then get back out and going.
Yeah, their numbers look good. Unlike last week with Bonneville, they have some numbers, and of course they're a 5A school, and good tradition, obviously good football tradition. Coach Bachman was talking about it last night, but you know what? Ash has good football tradition, and Ash is ready to build on their tradition.
Not going to reinvent the wheel from the season. That was key number one. Look for the Trojans. We'll get into it as we go. Of course, we know their first 12 plays or so are scripted. The way they scored the last couple of weekends, that could be 3 drives in. But last weekend, offense didn't touch the ball till 2 minutes to go, so they had to be behind in that game, huh?
No, sir.
Wow,
no,
up 14-0 in that game off of the 75-yard punt return from Darius Washington, who had missed the game prior to that. It was after that, let me make sure. After that, it was the blocked punt and the scoop and score from Jalen Johnson, and the Trojans had scored 14. And you heard 14-0, and you heard Coach Mercer say last night. He says, look, We told the offense just to go back to the locker room that we got this. And indeed they did. They'd go on to add another safety in that game, 16. Offense was not to be denied as they put up 42 of their own.
Yeah, it was, unfortunately, fortunate for us, but unfortunate for Bonneville. They were just outmatched. Matter of fact, Jalen, he kind of had to slow down to block the punt. He almost overrun the punt because he got there or the kicker because he got there so fast. But and then I promise tonight I'm gonna try not to get all excited and overshadow you on the play. Boy, old Coach Nick was trying to tell the player what to do. I've done that for 25 years, so I haven't done it much this year, but I'll try to.
I've moved some things around in my finger. Talk like you would normally.
That's right.
See, there you go. We're able to mute him on that one, and you hear the PA announcer getting things. It didn't bring the ambiance mic out tonight. There was no need for it as we are knee-deep in the hoopla here. How's that for going back to a few years ago?
I like that.
Yeah, we're in the middle of it. You get your first look at Brother Martin now down on the screen. They are the Crusaders, 7-3 on the season and ranked number 4 in the 4th seed, a spot above Edna Carr, and I just don't I don't know if I understand that. But either way, 4 or 5, that would have put us down here playing Edna Carr with a shot to go there. So anyway, you got to take care of the game that is in front of you no matter where you are at. A couple of other things to look at tonight. We did say Jason Blackwell was back, so the Trojans mainly at full strength. We'll keep an eye out on Jaden Lewis. As you see the Crusaders of Brother Martin again, we'll keep an eye out and see if we see Jaden Lewis tonight. He was a little shaken up in practice earlier this week on that big practice they had on Monday. You see the color guards starting to make their way out onto the field for the Crusaders. That means the Trojans off to the right will begin to make theirs. These next couple of minutes, we're just going to set the headset off and let you listen to the bands and the pregame festivities that are going on. We'll get you back here when the captains come out. So sit back, listen to the sounds of ASH Trojan Brother Martin playoff football.
Band's not here?
Does look like we'll have our captains come out tonight. Captains for Brother Martin, number 16 is Rex LeBlanc, number 11 is Bronson Lamont, number 25 is Connor Milligan, and 35 is William McKevitt for the Trojans. My Mingo is there. I see Cam Calderon, I see Aiden Walker, and I see Jeremiah Jeffers Wright. So we're working our way down there. We'll bring Nick back into the booth with us, doing a little photography work. And, of course, the Trojans will call tonight, and Brett's just as right in the back doors you could find there.
Yeah, Doug, I wouldn't ask for four better captains for this second round match. Tell you, I was very impressed with Aiden today. We was sitting by us and, had three of the coaches' kids, at the table with him, and just kind of like a big brother presence, and was just, enjoying the time with the younger kids.
Trojans will look to go on defense if they win the toss and want to defer. They, not so much as starting the game defensively, but try to do a 2-for-1 there at halftime, kind of get a score. And you've heard us talk about it on the show week after week after week, and Belichick it.
Here we go, boys.
Trojans have won the toss and have elected to defer. And, gentlemen, I will tell you that I did have a little inside information on that one, and that's first thing that Coach Bachman said is if we win the toss, we're going to defer and try to get that going. Here, that Trojans kick team get ready to come out. I do have no knowledge of anything that may or may not happen on an opening kickoff. Just rest assured that I don't have that. But we're going to hang out and listen now to as the colors come out, and we invite all of you to stand along with us as we honor America to get things going here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for this evening's invocation and remain standing as we honor America with the presentation of the colors and the playing of the national anthem by the Crusader Marching Band. Presenting the colors this evening is the Brother Martin NJROTC Color Guard, which is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Commander Sean LaGrange. Other members include Cadets Liam Burke, Cody Dalvarez, Eli Schnecksnyder, and Graham Jacobson. The Brother Martin NJROTC is under the guidance of Commander Bruce Nolan, class of 90, United States Navy retired, and Senior Chief Petty Officer Ramiko Barnes. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, God our Creator, we ask that you bless all who are gathered here this evening for the athletic competition. Please give the athletes the grace of good sportsmanship and shield them from injury in tonight's game. We ask you in a special way to be with the athletes, coaches, managers, medical staffs, officials, musicians, and cheerleaders who have worked to protect their talents for our enjoyment and your glory. We thank you for their gifts and dedication to our school communities. We ask, through the intercession of Our Lady of Prom Sucker, for your continued blessings on New Orleans and the entire Gulf Coast. Please protect our school communities and cities from harm and property damage during this hurricane season. Protect us and our homes from all disaster
back to work we go. That was the Brother Martin NJR2C. And you heard the Brother Martin Band perform the national anthem, and what a great piece of work they did. Again, joining us up here, Nick Magnano. Nick, and, well, we've talked about the pomp, we've talked about the circumstance, and here we go.
48 minutes of football, rest of your life to remember, boys.
You see Channing Mesh making his way out, led by, there's Mingo and Simon and Layfield. Kirk is there, Omarion Ford, Christian Ray, who has just been money on special teams this year. Hobbs.
No Doyle.
No, Doyle, that's correct.
Gaines,
Jalen, and to the near side
Ryland Hall.
Yes, Ryland Hall. So that's the young men that are out there. Channing Mesh back deep to receive. Looks like it's going to be one of the captains. Correction, that is number 1 that is up there, Jordan West. Also back there, number 6 is Treshawn Ware.
26.
We are here. It is a beautiful night, 7:01. Channing Mesh puts a foot into this one, rolls it down, hits the up back, bounces around, and it is put into play at the 8-yard line. Here goes Brother Martin up the middle of the big-time hit. Ran into a Ford, ran into a Marion Ford. And a lot of shoving going around on there, and Doyle was involved in that one, mixing it up with number 50, Trent King. So we'll keep an eye on that. A couple of youngsters going at it, and here comes that vaunted Brother Martin offense. They like to ground, and they like to pound in here. We'll see what that Trojans defense comes out in. We've seen them come out in a 3-man front, a 4-man front. They've dropped another one down. It's Mingo and Jalen Johnson at the wideouts taking a look out. And Jason Blackwell is indeed back in the lineup. Back at quarterback is Seth Dazet. And I'm probably butchering that, and I apologize for it, but Brother Martin's got a stream to it, and they'll pronounce it right on that one. As that snaps, handoff goes up the middle, and we saw this in practice. Big-time work up the middle. And goodness, that's what you want to see right off the bat.
Yeah, Marion Ford there on that. Whenever he tried to cut it back, filled the gap perfectly, and then Nelson helped him bring him down. Great play right there to start off. And it looks like Carrick Gaines is starting for Jaden Lewis at the free safety position, Doug.
Treshawn Ware had the carry there, and he picks up, give him 3, make it 2nd down and 7 early on in this one. We'll keep the clock on here. Ware gets it again off to the far side, and same result. The Trojans defense is ready for the task.
Yeah, other than inside linebacker, the X version of X and O, Xavier White, there on the tackle, and Gaines came in to help finish him off. So
here's
very good start.
Rotation as Aiden Walker comes out of the game, and Doyle gets back in it. Crusaders will come out of that. Only a yard on that, so it is 3rd down and 6, and the Trojans on the board close to doing what they wanted to do. Got to see if you can get off the field on 3rd down. Struggled with that in the games that they lost this season.
Doug, last week, and look, they're putting Xavier on that right end since they bring Doyle in, and
he's wide open to come in and get it too. Back to pass. That was swung out of the backfield. Got to make a tackle. And does
yes, sir.
Bulldog driven down, and that's a tackle for loss. It'll be 4th and 10, and the Trojans defense does exactly what they needed to do.
That's exactly what we talked about pregame, Doug. I mean, knowing your role, playing your role, don't overdo it, and what a great start for this defense.
Wow, back to punt now is Rex LeBlanc, looks like, or maybe that's Grayson Smith. Grayson Smith, the number 18. Darius Washington stands at the 40-yard line of the Trojans. Barring anything unfortunate, the Trojans should get tremendous field position out of this one. Snap is back, kick is up, and it's away, and it's going to turn over. Darius is going to come fielded at the 44, and he's met immediately, does not get of it. And the Trojans, though, will start things 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line, and Nick and Brett and all of those watching around the world. Here we go.
Yes, sir. That's just great. I mean, positive field position here. Flip the field already, so that's a good start for this Trojan team.
This just pains me to sit down and call a football game. I'm like a caged cat up here. 9:55 to go. First quarter play. Trojans come out and start their first drive here. Swinging gate is ran, and the Trojans get it out to Darius. Darius down the sideline, and how about that? You come out swinging gate from the 45-yard line. Little trickeration. You come out right away. Here we go. Ty Feaster in that offense. We barely had a chance to introduce him. You come out with 2 tight ends in there. You've got Townsend. You've got Thibodeau. You've got EJ to the near side. Darius in man coverage. Far to the side, JT, of course, dots the I. JT goes in motion, so an empty backfield. Ty is going to call for it. Snap throw over to Darius. Back-to-back plays for Darius. Darius cutting up the middle, spun around, and it's going to be another first down as the Trojans get inside the 20-yard line. Give them just outside. They'll mark it with the back end of the back front side of the football.
We're going to call that 11-yard gain. Here we go, boys.
Lindsey, first time he touches it, he rambles up the middle, bowling over people. Inside the 10 to the 9 goes JT, and the Trojan offense looking good on this first drive. Just some 30 seconds into it, JT settles back in at running back. Ty looks over the offense, calls for it, hands it back to JT. JT stutter stepping up the middle. First time that Brother Martin has kept him, and there's going to be a penalty. Maybe a little bit of roughness there at the end of it. We'll see what happens there. Just a
Ty's clapping, so I'm assuming it's on them.
Maybe half the distance and repeat first down. We'll get a look at what the white hat tells us. Great job on the camera by Brett.
I'm not used to being where he's not facing us, Doug.
Right. Personal foul. Face mask against the defense came in at the end of it. Won't be an automatic first, but it gets you half the distance down to the 3-yard line. The Trojans will scrimmage first and goal from the 3-yard line. And sorry about this, but I got to stand up. I can't call a football game while I'm sitting down. First and goal from the 3 inside the red zone, 9:15, 40 seconds into this first drive for the Trojans. Feaster has Lindsey in the backfield. He's got EJ there and Darius to the near side where we're at. And going to be a false start, so that'll back it up against the Trojans. I might want to sit back down because the Trojans were rolling while I was sitting down, so let's do that. I'll call one sitting down, I don't care. Pushes them back to the 8-yard line. Still going to be first and goal. EJ now joins Darius to the near side. The slant works good here. Safety moves over the top of it, so you've got some opportunities there outside the linebackers, but maybe JT gets it here, and he does. Handoff up the middle. JT banging around trying to get to the outside, but he is ridden down about the 5-yard line. Second down and goal for the Trojans from the 5. Boy, they were rolling right along, Nick, in this one.
Yeah, give him 2 on that one. Of course, when the field shrinks, Doug, I mean, here we go. Now we have to, try to get a little width on it.
Feaster looks over, calls for it, and the toss now comes out to JT. JT cutting back, spun around. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be third down. One thing that we talked about when they bunch in, they jam in on Lindsey right here. Possible opportunity to perhaps float Tanner Townsend out.
Actually, they're bringing Townsend off. And
well, he'll not float.
Kirtland Bates and Jimmy Duncan in.
Spread them out. St. Thomas More did this a lot against Brother Martin. We'll see if the Trojans are effective here. 8:07. Trojans trying not to bog down inside the red zone. Headed first and goal from the 3. Penalty pushed them back to the 8. Now it's third down and goal. JT one step to the left of Ty. Ty brings him out of motion. Now empty backfield for the Trojans. Back to passes. Ty, and there is that back screen. Oh, and he's horse collar.
That's a horse collar.
I don't see anything being called there, but I mean, he was slammed down by the back of the shoulder pads there, and I'm standing here beside myself.
Well, that's where the white hat needs to help because the side judge was shielded, so the white hat needs to call that one. That was unbelievable.
Bodie Van Dyke now on to attempt a 25-yard field goal, and see if the Trojans can finish off this drive. It's about a 2.5-minute one so far. Need to finish the points. Bodie puts this one up.
It went through.
And it's up, and it's good, and into the soccer goal. He hit it low and into the goal. Bodie Van Dyke gets that one to go, and the Trojans are on the board. We will be right back. You're watching ASH Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Back to live action we go. We'll get a refresh on that scoreboard in a minute, but it's 7-11 to go in this one. We'll keep that, and that one is kicked deep, and a good, nice kick back to the 3-yard line. See if that Trojan special teams unit is back and ready to go. Spun around and knocked down. Good work out there, Tristan Layfield. And again, 40 and 50 banging around at it. Oh, no, that was Christian Ray at that time, but 50 for them has been on it.
Well, yeah, Christian Ray went in for Dole on that one because of the last problem there.
For just such an occurrence, they said.
I tell you what, that 50's picking on the wrong two guys. I can tell you that.
Indeed,
a future Marine, and no telling what Dole's going to do.
At our next commercial break, we will get that score updated for you. It is 3-0. Alexandria, 7:05 to go here. Back in shotgun now goes Brother Martin, and a quick snap throw out. A little bit of holding on the side, nothing called. Coming back, though, and making the play is there.
Yeah, Jalen Kirk on the tackle there. They're going to say it was a good block, but I'm going to call it a hold on that one. But then Carrick Gaines kind of whiffed on the tackle there, so got to clean that up. That was a gain of 6 for them.
Here we go. Should have things updated on our screen for you, and we do. Back to pass. Brother Martin going down the middle, and that pass is complete right over the middle seam there and out to the 48-yard line. So Brother Martin getting out of that run game and coming out and throwing the ball on the first couple because they saw the Trojans coming in and getting after it. But you got to like that Alexandria was able to go down, kick off, get a 3-and-out, and get the first points on the board.
Yeah, come out with 2 passes here, Doug. Obviously, they weren't very confident in a run game after the first drive.
Pick 6, Episcopal, 7-0 over Bunkie. Handoff goes up the middle, nothing doing.
Yeah, Xavier there filled the hole. Solo tackle there. Good play right there, filling that hole.
So while it's not one of our teams, we do have some updates coming from that Sinlaw team. Trojans lead this one 3-0. 2nd down and 8 from midfield for the Crusaders as they move left to right. 14 coming in motion. High snap, handoff up the middle. Trojans defense handling the run quite nicely early on, and this one is 5:37 and counting.
Yeah, Nelson there with the initial contact, and then Gaines finished him off. So here we go, third and 6.
Yeah, another 3rd down opportunity. Give him 3rd down and 6. The yard marker right beside Coach Bachman. First time we've been up close and personal with it. Great shot from the stands here.
Yeah, it's good to be in the atmosphere and in the environment. Excuse me.
Boy, Brother Martin just choking that play clock out. 8-7 now on it. Back in shotgun, another man comes in motion. Back to pass now. Good pressure up the middle. Going to step into that. Good. Whoa, big shot by Aiden Walker, and you watched it. Good thing I didn't have to describe that action because it was looked like a Batman cartoon. Biff, bam, pow.
Ooh, wow, that was close.
Did I bring Biff, bam, and pow into a ball game?
Yes, you did.
4th down and 3, and you know that Brother Martin's going to go for it here. My goodness, Trojans needing to come out and get something going on 4th down here. They've had a couple of good 3rd down stops. Here comes motion again. 4th down up the middle. Trojans
got him.
There and stop it, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. And listen to the Trojan fans go crazy.
Big 94, Jeremiah Jeffers right there. And, of course, then the cast of characters after. Great job by that Trojan defense. And great field position again, Doug. We're at our own 44 this time. Started on 45 last time.
You heard about it in our Vexus Fiber countdown to coin toss. Again, welcome aboard Vexus Fiber, certified transmission. And, of course, one of our why not stop keys to the game was the work of that front 7, and they have been dominant in this one. Trojans take over 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. This one from the 44, right where they started the thing last time. Ty's got 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Trojans look this way, quickly going as there's 3 and 2 and 1. They got it off. Ty rolling out, got to step up in the pocket. Does a great job, does Feaster, banging his way around. Thought about sliding, instead down after a pickup of 8. And the young man might want to think about sliding next time.
Yeah, I was a little nervous about the way he went down on that shoulder, or got tackled down on that shoulder.
Daniels from Saturday. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. H-back is Townsend. Handoff goes to JT, and he's met right there at the line of scrimmage and thrown down. Might be one of those where the Trojans have to air it out tonight. But you heard us talk to Coach Bachman earlier, and he was saying, make sure I run the ball, make sure I run the ball.
Yeah. Well, Doug, I mean, he talked about 98 being their best.
Snap is back. Got it, does JT, banging around, and going to be stopped short about a half a yard. But I tell you, the Trojans will go for it from here, too. 4th down and 3:20 and counting, just a minute on this drive. You bring in Grayson Thibodeau, so both H-backs are in this one. Bates comes off. Feaster's going to sneak up. And the Feaster push is on. He's going to be down to the 45, and that's going to be a first down for the Trojans. Got it by half a yard.
What did Coach Bachman tell Thibodeau? Hammer. Hammer. Hammer.
In fact, look, the sounds of the game early on, he said hammer, and indeed it happened. First down and 10 from the 45-yard line, just shy of the 45-yard line of Brother Martin's side of the field. Here we go. Trojans have 2 to the top, 1 to the near side against that 3-man front. Toss comes to JT. JT banging around, and the only thing that comes to mind here is tough sledding for JT Lindsey.
For sure, Doug. He's going to earn his yards tonight. You know what? Hey, 5A football, you're supposed to.
If you can get about 30 carries out of JT tonight, you'll come out of here with a victory as the Trojan band makes their way in the house tonight off to our right.
I like this man-to-man down here with Darius with no safety over the top.
No safety at all. We'll see.
Oh, now they're backing off.
Yeah, but I'd take your chances against that linebacker. Looks like he's dropping off just into coverage. There's the handoff, though, to JT. Good blocking on the near side, but going to be picked up and slammed down by that Brother Martin defense. And JT says, wait a minute, but it looked like the 99 from 99 and 98 playing well.
Yeah.
That brings up another 3rd down situation, and Grayson Thibodeau makes his way back in there. Darius and EJ to the top. This is where they like to float one out here of the backfield. Feaster on 3rd and 6, back to pass. He rolls to his right, zips this one over to EJ, coming up and playing it well. And you got to think the Trojans may try to pin Brother Martin back in their side of the field. Just 1:51 remaining here in the first. You do see it 3-0 in this one. Don't forget, Ty Feaster kicked for a big part of the year, so he can pooch this one down. Nobody back deep to receive for Brother Martin. And watch the pooch kick coming here. Snap is back. Pooch kick is there, and he got too much of that one. That's going to roll into the end zone unless you get somebody down there. And Darius, do it all, Washington. Oh, they're calling the touchback. Boy, just a yard away, but still, I like the idea.
Yeah. Doug, on that 3rd down, EJ's open. He probably should have come back to the ball a little bit, but he was at the marker, so it was one of those hard decisions on should I come back and get it and be short and try to work, but it's probably why it wasn't completed. Yeah, and it looks like the coaches are talking to him, telling him, hey, come back to the ball, and then you're good enough to make a play after that.
1:44 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Trojans lead it 3-0, and you kind of see why these Brother Martin Crusaders are in such low-scoring games. Boy, that defense is solid.
Yeah, and it looks like the ASH Trojan Alexandria Senior High band has just arrived.
3 to the far side. Handoff goes up the middle, and big room up the middle. Got to get him down, pulled down from behind, and that is my Mingo. And they're going to call a horse collar out of that when you didn't earlier. Boy, you hated the young man shaking up, but dadgummit, where was that earlier?
Yeah, well, that was Jalen Johnson actually on that tackle.
That's right, Jalen was there.
But and it was a touchdown saving tackle, and Coach Bachman's getting on him. There was no horse collar there.
But visibly won earlier, and you hate it for anybody. We're not going to stay on that. We are going to step away. And again, let me preface this. We are up here seeing things they're not, and those guys are down there doing their job, seeing what they see. So I certainly gratitude. They waved that one off. Now they waved the penalty off on there. So that's what we were talking about. They get together and make the call. And again, I'm not down here. You hear. That's where the play resulted. So the fans are getting upset about it, but the play ended right there. So there was no extra yardage on there. Going to step away and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue play. It is the first quarter, 1:38 remaining. Alexandria leads this one 3-0 back after this from Wallace Eye Associates.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Back to live action we go, and a good ovation for that young man, Sidney Harris Jr., the junior running back, comes off there, and you see he is favoring, unfortunately, that knee. And want to go back to a conversation we had a little bit earlier, again, about this. These officials throughout the year, these guys are understaffed, they're underpaid, they're overwhelmed. They do a good job of getting together and getting the call correctly on there. And again, it's in live action for those guys, so certainly appreciate all of the work that they do. The Trojan fans were upset with it, thought that, but it was the result of the play was out to the 39-yard line. And so we'll see who they bring back in at running back. That is number 26, Trayshawn Ware. He was back deep to receive, so you know that he's got some speed on him. There at quarterback is Seth, the junior quarterback. Calls for it. Handoff does go to Ware. Right up the middle, and another arm tackle and brought down. Hanging on, Jeremiah is going to have to come off the field as the helmet came on. But again, these guys are hanging on.
Yeah, Xavier White there Xavier White and Gaines ended up bringing him down. But, you know, of course he started running laterally because Jeremiah, you know, had a hold to him until he lost his helmet.
You know, interesting about the couple of the Trojans have pulled on uniform undershirts to get him down. Coach made Jalen Johnson take his off just for that reason.
Yeah.
Back to pass now is Dozard. He's getting pressure up the middle, squeezed into the inside, and that is going to be a sack by the Trojans, 95 and 92.
Yeah, half sack there for Mason and Nelson. Great job on the work there, and just big play there. Big play, make it 3rd and long here.
3rd down and long. Trojans have got off the field on a 3rd down. They've got off the field on a 4th down. This now is 3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Give it the 42.
Looked like a busted play, too, Doug. I mean,
Well, when that front four is coming in on you, that'll bust a lot of plays. 32 seconds to go here in the first. Motion man once again. Inside handoff is faked. Here comes the throw over the middle, and it's looked like one was coming in and the throw was going out. But how about that big work up the middle?
Yeah, Jordan Mason. And look, and it was clean. He went into the chest. He didn't go for the head. He didn't launch, and that was a great pressure there and really forced the errant throw there, So here we go, boys.
Good work by this Trojan defense again. 3 stops here in the first. They'll get their 3rd possession as Darius is back to his 24-yard line. D-Dub had one that went to the house from just about that distance last week. We'll see. Snap is back over to the near side, and that was shanked. He saw Jalen coming in on it, and Jalen's so mad at himself because he knew he missed that one. But credit the punter on that for getting out of the way.
Yeah, can I give him a block punt? I mean, because, man, the punter saw him coming out the corner of his eye, and he totally shanked that one.
If he was rushing the quarterback, they call that a hurry.
Yeah,
right
very
there.
much so.
Showtime Duke be doing big work that time coming off the edge. And here comes that Trojan offense with 16 seconds to go. First quarter nearing its end. Kirkland Bates and E.J. Scott to the top. Noah's Ark out there for the Trojans. Jimmy Duncan, first action we've seen. He's in the slot to the near side with Darius. Quickly getting somebody out over on Jimmy. Quick snap over to Darius. Darius trying to make a man miss. His shoulder tackle brings him down in bounds, and that should do it for the first quarter of play. I don't believe the Trojans will get one off in 7 and 6 and 5. Want to. Boy, they're hurrying trying to get one off, but that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Trojans lead this one 3-0 after one. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a pretty nifty ball game here. You are watching ASH Trojan football here on 446 Sports. We'll be back right after this from Valex Federal Credit Union.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Back to work we go, and we'll go back to those keys to the game, Nick.
Well, I was going to say, obviously the offense, the defense is doing what we said. The offense, like I said, on the, doing what they do. But I want to also give a shout out to Eric Reed, who's back home watching. Appreciate you watching, and then also
talked to the missus out here today, and she said, "Good, her husband's going to be able to watch it back home."
Yep, and then old Coach Harrington, Roger's dad, I'm sure he's probably
Roger and who? See, I bailed you out that time. Yeah. Trojans go to work from the 49-yard line, second down and 6. Kirkland Bates in motion, settles in. This is JT now to the near side. JT gets hit right up the gut, and a penalty flag comes in at the end, and maybe some holding there.
Yeah, that was unfortunately Tanner was holding the.
And the play was over at that point. That's the bad thing about it. So expect maybe they'll decline that. It's a 2-yard loss, and that would bring up 3rd down and 8. With that Brother Martin defense, you may not take that penalty.
I'll tell you what, they bring they lay the lumber. This is one of those Coach Ernie Lott games, but they're taking the penalty.
And I'll take that's an extra down for this high profile Trojan offense. I'll take another down out of that.
Yeah, it would have been 3rd and 10, huh?
Sure would have. Now it's 2nd down and 15. You take that. Bates and EJ to the near side, Jimmy Duncan and Darius to the top, JT Lindsey just to the left side of where Ty is. Ball rests at the 41-yard line in minus territory. Ty looks over, as does that entire offense. Offensive line settles back in. Cam gets the call, and he'll make the adjustments on the offensive line with Cam Calder on the senior center.
What do we have here?
Not sure, as the clock did not run out. The play clock had not run out. Don't know if they've got 6th down on the scoreboard, 5th quarter. So the game clock was not working, and the Trojans will have to reset at 11:36 remaining until halftime. Again, the Trojans get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Only score in this game is that field goal from Bodie Van Dyke, 3-0 after the Trojans have 3 stops on Brother Martin. Brother Martin's defense does not give up a lot of points. Play action. Scrambling is Ty. Good block and driven down by Jacoby Morris. And that one is just floated up in the stands, and the Trojans will live to fight another down. Jacoby did a good job of protecting the backside of Feaster.
Doug, we talked about that 3-man front, and I really thought that was going to be, a way for JT to get going. But these guys are good.
Oh, they're very good. They're big, and they're and not really being able to get into a tempo type of game. Or the Trojans. This has been a battle of defenses. They've been all over the inside screen. Look at Brother Martin, 8 yards off the ball here. Now they show blitzing back out of it. Lindsey comes in motion. Jay back to Ty back to pass. Throws that inside to EJ, and EJ back to the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be 4th down and 10 for the Trojans. Bachman leaving his offense out there now sends Tanner Townsend in for, and I wonder if Brother Martin will send somebody back this time. They don't do it. Ty Pooch kicked it here before. Nobody out on Kirkland. Now they send somebody out. Do the Crusaders. Snap is back, and again, the Pooch kick is there.
Roll.
This one is angled to that coffin corner, they used to call it. It'll check up and might have done better to put it in. But great work by EJ to try to roll it back. Didn't work out how they wanted to there, but again, what it does is keep you out of a big return, too.
Yeah. And that's the thing about that oblong football. That thing, the way it was in the air, it looked like it was going to hit and roll another 10, 15 yards, and it just hit and stopped.
Those of you that are new, we invite you to subscribe to this one. If you're watching us over on YouTube, that's the best place to see it. We just click that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a nickel, and you'll be able to keep up with us anytime that we go live. Back to action here, 10:38 remaining until halftime. Brother Martin yet to score. They've been held out on 3 straight possessions to start the game. There's a play action and just rolling out on this one, and what a beautifully designed play that was. Penalty flag rests on the 21-yard line, so we'll check that out.
Yeah, I think it's motion, Doug. I think it's illegal motion. I think they fooled themselves, too. Let's see here.
Yeah, we are on the backside of the official.
Or maybe a legal man downfield.
Well, they're talking to the Brother Martin side of it, so that's what, of course, everybody's come back, so it doesn't matter who they're talking to as everybody's back here. We'll get the official word from our referee tonight. In a minute, we will. Needless to say, the ball is back to the 16-yard line, and that is. So he's not talking to the other sideline. He was given the preliminary signal.
Right.
Again, we just, boy, I hate to use this term, but just a little throwed off being on the backside of it. Hayden Walker comes back in now, and that anchors that 4-man front now. Jeremiah on that same side defensively. Man in motion for the Crusaders. Play action, snap, throw in there, jump in the route. It's my Mingo. And you do not know they're going to call pass interference on that.
No way.
The far side official is going to call pass interference on that. And they're sending that defense back out there. And oh my goodness, no service on my
He beat him to the ball, Doug.
No service on Mingo Island, but I'm telling you, that is a tough one. They've got
beat him to the ball, Doug.
to pick
There's
that
no
up
way.
and not call that. Preliminary signal is pass interference against the defense. And wow, Mingo goes up, and that is the terrible.
He didn't go through him. He beat him to the ball.
He beats him to the ball. He jumps on it.
He beats him to the ball. That is horrible.
Baby, what a call.
That is horrible.
Out to the 31-yard line, and you hear the Boo Birds coming out in this one. And I'm telling you, you just hate to see a player get penalized for something like that. Mingo jumps the route, gets inside it, played that as well as you could ever play one, but it ends up 1st down and 10 for Brother Martin. And Bachman giving an earful to that near side judge, letting him have everything that he's got.
Yeah, that's bad.
1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. Go the Crusaders. And I channel some great Bob Uecker sayings in this one. Here to the near side. Trojan defense a little bit off of it. They've been off for a while, but Jordan Mason comes up and makes that stop.
Nelson and Gaines on that one. Nelson 95 on that one.
That's right.
Gaines on the...
Elijah Nelson comes up and gets that one.
Oh, man, I am so sorry for being like that, but, I mean, you make a great football play, and I'm going to let it go after this, Doug, but you make a great football play, and they've got all the momentum now.
2nd down and 6. The Trojans defense has been dominant and the story of this first 17, 18 minutes or so. Play action. That one is spun around to the backfield. Jason Blackwell coming up, see if he's got one. They move away from Jason. Coming up and making a good play is Mingo. And what you got to do is have a short memory on this if you're my Mingo.
Yeah, I'm glad he does, Doug. But I'm getting old. I'm sorry.
9:25 to go until the break. 3rd down and 5. Trojans, another opportunity to get off the field. And I know on that 3+ hour trip, we'll talk to Coach Bachman about that very play because that changes everything. 9:09 to go until halftime. 3rd down and 5. Brother Martin continues to grind down some clock. That's exactly what they want to do. Alexandria taking the 4 seed to the limit in this one. Handoff now now they're going to call a timeout, I believe. Timeout taken by the Trojans. We'll take it with them and be right back and give Nick an opportunity just to cool off a sec on this one. We'll be right back after this one from La Bistro.
Looking for somewhere different for lunch? La Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar is a gourmet espresso bar and restaurant with an emphasis on Southern social experience, featuring a wide variety of salads, soups, sandwiches, and of course waffles. La Bistro has something for everyone and every lifestyle. Whether you are meeting friends, spending time with family, or hosting a private party, we offer a dining experience all will enjoy. La Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar on Coliseum Boulevard.
Trojans defense makes their way back out onto the field, and Bachman let his defensive coaches take that one, and he was given a steady earful to anybody that would listen to him, and now he's going to come back and get a little bit more, like Billy Martin used to do when he was managing. He'd get some, and he'd come get some more.
Yeah, thank you for showing me professionalism there, Doug.
Third down and 5, 8:49 to go until halftime. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ware in the backfield. Here comes motion to this side. We've seen the quarterback like to sprint out, but Ware gets it up the middle. He stopped shy of it. He'll be dropped at the 39-yard line. They mark him at the 40. Still going to be a yard short.
Yeah, let's see where we're going to roll here.
The official on the far side is marking it at the 41. The near side who sees it. And they move the spot out, and West Monroe is saying, hey, is this the crew?
Oh, my gosh. What is the deal with that guy over there?
And look, unfortunately, not to just ride that too much, but they're going to switch sides at halftime. That's something new. And that side judge to the near side getting as far away from Coach Bachman as he possibly can.
And all he can do, Doug, is
we'll let you zoom in on that one too, so you can get an idea of what the play. But the spot that was to the far side, boy, may want to. Yeah, there you go. That's a good look inside at that one. And man, Bachman now is addressing the side judge on the far side of it. Still going to be shy, but if you're Brother Martin, you just get under center and run your big guy and go get it. Can the Trojans have another 4th down stop? Is there some more first half magic here in Joe Yenny Stadium in Metairie, Louisiana? Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano, Brett Stallsby on camera for us tonight as we kind of got different players in different positions. But you had a great look at that measurement. Great work on the camera, Brett. 8:23 until halftime, 25 on the play clock. And, boy, you got to be careful for an offsides here. You know, you said that Brother Martin doesn't make mistakes in there. How about a little false start here?
That'd be great.
You hear the band getting fired up, and a timeout is taken. And what a little bit of chess going on a Friday night in Metairie, Louisiana. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this from Quibitos. Back to live action we go. We are set for a 4th down, and it's got to be no less than a chain link, more than a chain link.
Yeah, this poor side judge over here, he's just like, look, guys, I mean, he's just putting his hands up. I mean.
Motion comes around. Brother Martin going to go right up the middle, we believe, with that dive. Here's pressure up the middle. Oh, and he cuts, and that's just a beautiful play. Grabbed down by that back shoulder pad and brought in. That was Hobbs, I believe, that came up and got that one and saved a touchdown on that. That's what happens when you push everybody in so close. You have an opportunity to bust through that line. But, boy, just unfortunate. The spot, the INT that was reversed back here, and Brother Martin continues to grind down the field on their 4th possession.
I'm glad you're not paying me by the word, Doug, because I'm speechless.
Flag on the play.
Flag is called. It's going to be illegal participation as Brother Martin broke the huddle with 12 people. You can't break it with 12 and then run somebody off.
Well, I know the side judge is coming over here and probably trying to say something else.
Now. There's that switch, 40-10.
I mean, look at him.
Well, Bachman is going to blow a gasket if this thing is reversed or overturned.
Oh, good.
They are there. There's the penalty for the participation. And I don't care how you try to explain it, you can't break the huddle with the 12 guys. Brother Martin back inside their own territory. Boy, I'm telling you, it is a beautiful night outside Joe Yenny Stadium here in Metairie. In the bleachers tonight, you don't, we put the ambiance mic up, didn't need it tonight. And now they're still talking a little bit more about it on the sideline. Not sure what they can be talking about in this, but nevertheless, we're glad that you're here with us. If you found us on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or wherever you might find us, we're glad that you are here. Hit that subscribe button and leave your comments. And again, the discussion continues. And he'll come over to this side and talk to Coach Bachman a little bit. And we'll see if maybe Brett can zoom in on where Coach Bachman and the side judge and the referee are talking. Of course, we're not mic'd up down there, so unsure of what's going on. But Bachman not and he used it visibly going to be upset because this 5 yards is going to be taken away on this penalty. And maybe.
No, he did the motion. He did the motion.
Just curious. Yeah, but then he went over and talks to the other official.
Yeah.
And so we're just seeing and he's asking.
I know what he's explaining. He's like, look, I'm sorry that guy's over there, but we're going to fix him
Look,
at halftime.
there they go, waving it off. That's
wow.
That's what I told you. So not sure. Boy. Side judge, when they switch at halftime, is going to, how did they tell Lucy? Going to have some splaining to do. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. 47 is where they mark it, 7:31 and counting until half. Motion for the Crusaders. Play action to where? Here comes pressure right up the middle. That one's floating. Oh, goodness, and Jalen didn't see it. But great work by Aiden Walker crushing up the middle.
Was that Doyle
that came on the delayed blitz?
Yeah, Doyle with delayed blitz there, and once again hit him in the chest, waist area. Didn't go high. I'm just glad it didn't happen on the other side of the field.
Well, that's one. Well, it doesn't mean it's over yet.
You're right.
That's one of those that floats up in the air, and I don't think Jalen saw. He was trying to stay deep with his guy and couldn't come back for it. Second down and 10, 47-yard line. Go the Crusaders. 7:20. Handoff to Ware up the middle. He cuts back, and that's a nifty bit of running.
Yeah. We're going to have to watch that cut it back. We have that initial hole blocked. We have that gap covered, and he's cut back twice now, and that's been big.
You're going to have to bring somebody off the far side to fill in the backside of the hole.
Yeah, and our free safety has the most tackles so far, and that's not a good sign.
Defense has been out there a while here in this first half. Held Brother Martin off the scoreboard. Need to do it again. Handoff goes up the middle, runs off the backside again, tries to cut back, but nowhere to go.
Yeah, and there's gains again with Kirk.
They'll give him 4 yards, second down and 6, 6:44 to go.
It's been a big stop here, Doug. The momentum, Brother Martin is
seized it.
Yeah, never mind. I'm not
Trojans would have had the ball down here on the 12, 13-yard line. Instead, it's been about 5 minutes taken off the clock and wearing that defense down for the Trojans. What do they have left in them to finish off this first half? Snap is back. Here comes pressure, though. They drop back in coverage. Over the top, in and out of the hands, and great defensive work all the way to the far side.
That's closing speed, Doug, because he was open.
Yeah,
and
Jason Blackwell goes over there. And he saw his dad standing up, came by and talked to us. So great to see Jason Blackwell back in there.
Yeah, he was open on that out route there, and Jason closed and played it perfectly. Didn't go through the man, played the ball, and What a great job
Here
there.
comes Doyle back in there. He blitzed the last time. This might be another great opportunity to blitz off the side, run a delayed blitz off the side of where the running back goes. Back to pass now over the middle, and it's intercepted. Jalen Johnson's got it. Jalen slung down around the neck and brought down at the 1 yard line. And there's Jalen, and there's Mingo. And let's see if we can see that one more time by BU Designs. You see the end of the run and that tackle that was pretty severe, but we'll take it. Back to live action we go. And, boy, should have been an interception down there, but the Trojans defense holds strong, and we'll see if they've got something in them with 6:06 and Mingo and Jalen just doing some business out there. Jason Blackwell doing work. Doyle with the big blitz earlier. Feaster 2-3 yards into the end zone. He's got JT. You got to be careful here. Watch for the Trojans to take a shot over the top. They like to do that here. Back to pass. Now going over the top. Got a man, and that's got to be a little bit of pass interference, and it is. They're going to call that. It's not a spot foul. It'll give the Trojans 10 yards, 15 on it. Great work there. Ball a little bit underthrown, and that caused the pass interference. And Nick, what do you have there for us?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, EJ had him beat. I think Ty saw it a little bit late, and ball was underthrown. So, I mean, pretty much what the defender had to do. But you're right. I mean, that was EJ had him, and that was a great call before, Doug. You know them and, and their tendencies.
Yep. That gets them way out of the shadow of their end zone. Ball was at the 3. It's now at the 18, 15 yards for the pass interference. And 6:01 here. Clock stopped on the incompletion. JT's got it up the middle. He's not had a lot of luck anywhere and doesn't on this one. And he's going to be slung down at the very end of it. But he's chewing up yards. He's chewing up clock, and he's grinding away at it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, they very late with their whistles. Very late with their whistles on. In my opinion, and I'm going to stop. I'm trying to be positive.
Everything we've heard and seen about this Brother Martin defense is true. They play such solid defense. 19 and 18 on the clock, and they're going to call a false start against the Trojans. Yeah, it's 2nd and 8. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
You know, Doug, and that's something that Coach Bachman was talking about, and we didn't see on film. They didn't do a lot of pre-snap shifts, which is probably why it kind of shook Townsend because. We haven't seen that on film, and they've changed that this week, it seems like.
5:29 until halftime. Clock stopped on the false start penalty. Again, Doug Gann, Nick Magnano bringing you football, trying to get some scores from around the way, but don't have any down there. You're watching the Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard, and you see it is 3-0 Alexandria, and they've called offsides on that, huh?
Hey, that was our boy over there. Our boy.
Tioga 14, St. Paul 10 in that one.
Let's go, Indians. Let's go.
Nothing from Menard and Calvary. We'll see when the scroll runs back through. But that is 2nd down and 3 now, so we'll take that. Feaster pumps that one. Calvary up 21-0 on the Eagles. Unfortunately, running into a buzzsaw in the second round there with Calvary. There's JT off the far side, and Bachman continues to play that run game. Going to be 3rd down and short. And JT coming out of that. A little bit of, it's getting chippy down there. I can tell you that. These big guys are banging around. 3rd down and 1. Ty likes to sneak up here under center. He won't do it this time. Back to pass. No, he's going to keep it himself, and he gets the 1st down. Spinning around, going down, and it's a 1st down, and JT in that group.
Yeah, 5-yard gain there by Ty on the keeper. Excellent run option there. Everybody went with JT, and he kept it, and 1st down here for the Trojans.
There you go, Brett. We'll live there on it. Snap is back. JT's got it. We'll see how this plays out. JT continues to bang around.
5-yard gain there.
Yeah, 4:23 on the clock. Go ahead, Nick. What do you see on this drive?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at, just hard-nosed football. I mean, and this, Ash can play this way. Alexandria can play this way. They did it against EA. They did it against Washita Parish to start off.
This is where deferring that opening win on the coin toss could come get you here if they can get it into the end zone to end things and start off with the ball. Play action, going over the top.
He got held,
but he's open now. They're going to call the hold, and it will be both. They get 2 flags, a lot of laundry on the field in that one.
I think we have a roughing the passer back here.
Multiple flags on the play.
And one will be during and one will be after, I believe. Oh, Jacoby is throwing his hands up in disgust, so he may have a hold on Jacoby, and in that case, it'll offset him. Holding is against the offense, and then holding against the defense. So those penalties will offset, and we'll just do it. But let me tell you, the secret sauce to that defense of Brother Martin is when you're beat, grab you some. Grab hold. Jimmy Duncan out there.
We talked about our front seven, and they've played a great game, but I'll tell you.
That front seven of Brother Martin is solid
I'll
as they
put
come.
them up against anybody.
2nd down and 5. We'll repeat the down. 3:56 until halftime. Trojans scrimmage from the 41-yard line. Cam Calderon and that offensive line set to go to work. You see Bain and Pearl and those guys. Oh, play action, tucks it down, spins around and gets hit hard. And got to be careful and not try to do too much if you're a tie in that, because nobody's getting out of the line. They're coming in and hitting him every time.
Well, they watched the film, Doug, and 26 jumped that stop route, and it was good that Ty held it. He just has to get down before he gets hit by 3 guys.
Well, that one was intercepted. We saw in the EA game, I believe. That's offsides on the defense, and that's going to be a free 1st down. And you're right in front of the center, and you get thrown off by the cadence of it. You've got to be watching football.
Well, you talked about it. You wanted the offense from Brother Martin to do a false start when they had the 4th.
Right.
So, hey, the defense, paid us back on that one. But
uncharacteristically out of sorts is this team. Yet it's only 3-0. St. Paul's takes the lead at Tioga. They lead at 17-14. 2nd quarter, toss comes to JT to the near side. Driven out of bounds is JT, and Jacoby and 98 are having a battle. That's big on big.
Yeah, this is good on good, one-on-one. This is slobber knocker, as Coach Ernie says it.
Got to hang out with him a little bit as he drove the bus down here. 3 minutes even and counting. 3-0 there. There are 3 minutes left. Our clock gets updated periodically on there. Under 3 minutes, 2:53 to play. 2nd down and 7 from the 49-yard line. Go the Trojans. Noah's Ark out there. Ty bobbles the snap around. Got to lay on it. Got to fall on it, Ty. That's all he can do. And, live to fight another down all the way back to the 40. It's one of those that it just didn't bounce up to him, but had the wherewithal to pick that up. And now you got a lot of work to do on 3rd down. Look for maybe a draw or a screen here to bust something.
11-yard loss.
Trojans get a big chunk here. They can go for it, but anywhere you're at here, they don't do it. And that defense plays almost a 3. They're in the dime defense of sorts.
Looks like a quarter, Doug.
They got everything
covered.
Wow. JT may have some running room to the far side because you've got 51 out in coverage. A big linebacker that's out there. Kirkland Bates comes in motion now. Snap is back, no pressure. Stepping into the pocket. Ty's going to try to keep it. He gets banged around. He'll be back near the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be 4th down and 11, and the Trojans should run off as much clock as they can, providing Brother Martin does not call a timeout. But look, I don't care what came out of that drive except getting it out of the shadow of your own end zone, stopping the play on the interception. Ty looking to snatch 5 yards away, but he's looking dead into the face of that play clock, and don't expect him to snap it before it gets under 5 seconds. And that offense doing just that. 1:20 on the game clock, 1:20 and counting at 16-15, now 8-7. Trojans may call their final timeout here, let it run all the way down to 1, 3, and 2. Snap is back, and he quick kicks this one. He gives it all he's got down to the end zone, and that one's going to check up. Will it roll inside the end zone? And it does. Battling here. Yeah, that's Ty put a lot into that one, but he ran off over a minute of clock. Now, Brother Martin has it from the 20. That's 3 touchbacks. Brother Martin has it from the 20.
Doug,
with 59 to go. Go ahead, Nick.
I know that, it's exciting that we're winning 3-0, but a stat that Coach Bachman probably didn't see. Ty Feaster has 7 passing attempts, 6 rushing attempts. That's probably
not
not
the balance that you want.
That's not the formula that he's. But we're winning 3-0, and you have to win games like this as well.
You have to survive to the bell on this one. You lead this one 3-0 in clearly a slobber knocker of a game. You got to keep Brother Martin out of the end zone. Handoff is to Ware up the middle. He's the cutback king. Spins around. Ford doesn't let go, and everybody jumps on that one to the 25. And like Kurt came up a little bit gimpy on that one. 50 and 49, and Brother Martin may try to take this thing to the half. The play clock down to 5, but that's not at all the case. It's going from 6 to 7 to 8 to 4. Yeah, they've a lot of chaos. The clock stoppage is due to the game. We've got 34 seconds remaining until halftime. 34 seconds. May want to tilt the camera up just a bit, Brett. There you go. 33 and 32. Play clock down to 21. Snap is back. Ware's got it. He's going to have to bust one. There's Doyle coming on and continuing to play big.
Yeah, that was Doyle and
Jeremiah was there.
Jeremiah Wright. Yeah, Jeffers Wright. What a
well, the Crusaders are walking off, and the Trojans are going to take a 3-0 lead into the halftime. And boy, that's been an I don't know how to describe this first quarter, but this first half. But my goodness, what a big one it has been. Trojans 3, Brother Martin 0. We'll be back right after this for halftime. Actually, I think we'll leave it right here and let you watch the Alexandria Spirit team get out and perform as they're set and ready to do this. So we'll leave it here for halftime. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to start the halftime performance will be your Alexandria Junior High Troy Dogs. Senior High Troy Dogs.
Yeah, I'm getting hammered on there about the camera being tight, so just stay wide on it.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time. It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea. It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time. It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
And back to live action we go here. Boy, if your internet's going to go out, it certainly needs to go out at halftime, doesn't it? We're joined here by Nick Magnano down on the sideline. And Coach, it looked like that Trojans defense, their offense stayed out there for a while, and now they're just going back into the locker room. Tell me about that. Hang on, let me see where you're at. I don't have you there, Nick. I don't know why I don't have you, but I don't have you. Let's see if we can get Nick back in here and unmuted. Don't know that where we have him at. Nick, are you there with us? Hello, Nick. Nope, doesn't look like we have. Boy, if there's going to be technical difficulties, it's going to be tonight. We're going to try to get you back on the Roadcaster. Call us right back, Nick. So while we're getting that worked out, we will we'll do our best to get Nick and Coach Bachman down there. We've got the camera on them, and they starting to make their way out here. The offense just went off the field, and now here they come back. So we're waiting on Nick. Yeah, we know that's working. So let's go back over here. Nick, are you with us, buddy? Don't know that I have you on there. So we'll call him back real quick. Hello, Nick. All right, we won't have Coach Bachman at halftime then. So keep it right here, and we'll let you see the folks start to make their way out. You got about 3 minutes left in this halftime. Again, if we're going to have technical difficulties and internet issues, we're glad that.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and
There you see it, 3-0. We'll get the clock updated too. May need to refresh it if it's set in there. If it's right on the board, we'll get that refreshed here momentarily. Yep, it's good there. So we're gonna refresh ours. Boy, you gotta love the technical difficulties that we have here. Can't beat fun at the old ball game, but at least you're seeing all of the action that is going place. We did get some insight that we might have had the camera a little bit too tight, or that we probably did, but we're getting that fixed, and that worked out. Going to refresh that camera for us here. It is right there. There we go. We should have that going, and not sure what happened to us, but there you see it, getting ready for the start of the third quarter. Nick making his way back up here, and Nick, we couldn't hear you, so we got out of that one. But we'll get him up here in just a moment when he gets settled in. Long walk down on the field and back up and back around, but we are 3-0 in this one. The Trojans of Alexandria leaded on what was a 3-and-out, and then they went down, got that field goal to open up the scoring, and it has just been nothing since then. Defense has made the plays when it's needed to. You see Ty getting loose with Kirkland Bates. But, Nick, what was the mindset down on the field that you saw?
All I'm going to say is coaching. It was all about coaching. The offense was over here by the screen. The defense is over there. All coaching.
Well, we've talked about the way the Trojans make adjustments at halftime and do it as good as anybody does. You see Brother Martin. And this game with 24 minutes to go has all of a sudden gotten a little tense and a little serious here, as there are, like we said, 2 quarters, 1 half of play remaining in this one. Not sure what happened to us on this one and why we couldn't hear you through there, Nick. But, boy, I'd much rather watch the game and have – if we can have – and internet was out on us during halftime, but it was just halftime. But we are back here having a good time. Doug Gann, Nick Magnano bringing you ASH Trojan football.
But one thing I can tell you, Doug, is he looked at me when he came out, and I wasn't even there. He's focused. He's got his – he went straight to Coach Free, talked about some things that they need to see, and it was real. And Coach Merce and then defense in that corner, I'm expecting big stuff.
Well, looking forward to it. Trojans, Brother Martin, ready to get this second half underway.
Oh, wow, Doug.
Yes, sir.
The line judge from that side is now the back judge.
Well, why didn't they switch sides?
He did. He switched sides, but he's not the line judge in front of Bachman. He's over here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make any promises, but I hope that's the last I say about our infamous side judge.
JT Lindsay, E.J. Scott back deep to receive. Front line is up. You got your hands guys out there with Townsend and Thibodeau there in the middle. Got some good blocking that's going on, and we're set to get this second half underway. Kickoff is there. That one's going to go deep. JT's going to retrieve it in the end zone, and that'll be an automatic touchback. Does not have the option to take that out of there.
Trojans start 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line.
Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong, Doug. That was just on the kickoff. So he's about to get his money's worth over here.
Indeed, he is. And Bachman doing a good job of staying out of it, letting that half go, and we'll see how it works out here because he's got a half of football to get into, and he'll have his piece later, but I don't know that he's going to get into it right here. We're ready to go, Trojans and the Crusaders. Third quarter, we go. 12 minutes as that ball went into the end zone. So first down and 20. Feaster's got Lindsey to the right side of him. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Closest receiver is Darius. JT's going to get it, and JT has not found anything up the middle, and he gets slung down and twisted around. How many carries does he have on the night? I bet he doesn't have 30 yards.
No, he has 12 carries, and there's 20, 24, 27, 29, 34. He had 37 in the first half and 1 yard there.
38 yards on 12 carries for JT Lindsey, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. And that big defensive front, boy, they sprint out in motion to block. Now, good piece of blocking by Tanner has spun around is Darius. But I'm telling you, that was a great play as they bring Tanner Townsend out in motion to block for Darius. 3rd down and 2. Ball's got to just touch the 30-yard line. Front line moves around, high snap. Ty pulls it. He's going to get the first down, spun around, picks up 5 on the play, and that'll be a first down for Ty Feaster and that ASH Trojan offense.
Yeah, good momentum here.
Feaster and company moving. JT's got it. He's trying to come off left side, and nothing doing. And I mean, every player in that front 7 for Brother Martin just fires off the football and comes after JT.
Yeah, Doug. Yeah, we faced 3 teams with great linebackers this year.
JT play action, going deep now, looking for Darius down the field. Ty's got to tuck it in, and he's going to put his head down and get hammered out of bounds. Good piece of running, gets some yardage, gets out of the sack, and picks up a few. 3rd down and 5 now for the Trojans, 10.5.
Yeah, he had Bates on that drag route, but by the time he turned his shoulders up, he just had to run it.
That 3-4 defense, just a base defense, but I mean, when you've got a front 3 like that, the 4 linebackers play so well, they go vertical to the ball as well as anybody, or horizontal to the ball. Snap is back. Play action. There's that seam. Darius goes up and gets it. D-Dub with a big one to the 46-yard line. And a Trojan first down.
Yeah, 14-yard gain there for that 4th down. And Ty and Darius have hooked up tonight now for six receptions.
Now, Nick, you'll be able to get some tempo. JT behind the right side of the line, banging around, pushing him forward, but still going to get slammed back. And well, if he throws him down there, that's a penalty, but the shoulder pad comes out of the jersey. They'll get that fixed quickly. 9:56. Trojans have taken off a couple of minutes. Tanner Townsend helps JT and then comes off the field. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Snap is back. JT's got it up the middle. Trojans just playing that style of football that bangs around.
Yeah, we'll take that 4-yard gain there. It's a 3rd and short here, and they were talking about adjustments, Doug, when I walked by, and it looks like they're making them.
Ty and group, 3rd down and short once again. Ty's going to keep it, and he spins forward for the 1st down. Oh, looking where they get it. They do mark it enough for the 1st down, and that's going to move the sticks. Ty is taking over in this ball game. They are crashing down on JT, and Ty is taking over.
Yeah, it's just another wrinkle there that's been good for this.
Defensive front set for Brother Martin. They crash into the linebackers, and boy, there's 35 again. This time, JT's able to circle and fall forward for 2 or 3 yards.
I'm going to give him 4, Doug. How's that sound?
There you go. 4 yards on it. We'll make it 2nd down and a long 6, if you will. Trojans doing a good job of moving the football and taking some time off the clock in this one. Play action now, going for it all. Got a man. Darius is down the field. Darius Washington, touchdown Trojans, touchdown Darius Washington. That one from Ty Feaster. Oh, baby, how about that one? Got a player down for Brother Martin, but finally Ty was able to find Darius Washington down the sideline.
Yeah, he kind of paused. He kind of paused for a second, and the DB paused, and then Darius took off, and it was no bueno after that.
Boy, they have been looking for that one all night long. Kick team, you see Christian Ray and Vaughn getting ready. Look at the kickoff team, how excited they are down on this end of it, getting ready to go. We're still awaiting the young man from Brother Martin that was down on that play. But I don't think you could script a better opening drive that took 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock and ends with a touchdown. And that's big number 99 coming off of there. That young man has wreaked havoc on JT Lindsay tonight. That's Nathan Malik, the defensive lineman, defensive lineman. They got a lot of young players on this Brother Martin team. My goodness, they're going to be back in force next season. And the remainder of this one, Bodie Van Dyke set to add the PAT attempt. 8:40 in the 3rd quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 10-0, Trojans lead it here in the 3rd. We'll be back right after this from our title sponsor, Valex Federal Credit Union.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
West and Ware back deep to receive this Channing Mesh kickoff. Brother Martin not expecting an onside kick here. They're back in normal kick return formation. West to the top, Ware to the near side, and this one goes in favor of Ware to the 5-yard line where he gathers it in. 10-15 now, 20. Trojans got to get him on the ground, and there you go. All night long, it's been your boy Doyle that's doing work.
I mean, it's fun to watch him play. He's aggressive. He's learned how to wrap up, and he's made a lot of strides since that Pineville game.
Indeed, he has. 8:35 to go. 3rd quarter play, Joseph Yenny Stadium. And the way this Brother Martin offense is, if you can get another score on the board, get a lead, their offense is not made for coming back behind 2 or 3 score games.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're like the low-scoring games.
8:35 to go. First possession of the second half. Run up the middle. That's Ware. And he is brought down inside. Ford is there. Looks like Mason is there. And finishing it off with Walker. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. No, that cutback was there. Ford actually, he was in the hole. He's going to want to make that, wrap up. Because he wraps up there, it's a 1-yard gain instead of a 5.
Well, looking at this offensive unit here that's watching the film to the near side, those guys are playing with some confidence, and you see it in their face Two receivers stacked to the far side, one to the near side. H-back is there. Now a motion man for Brother Martin. Snap is back. It's low but returned. There's the pass, looking for the stop route, and Jalen Johnson says, I don't think so. And it is third down again. Trojans have been very, very efficient defensively on third downs.
Yeah, Doug, and we were in a three-man front there with three backers, three inside backers on that one. So let's see how that keeps going in the second half. Here we go again. Three linemen, three defensive linemen, three. What do we have here?
Looks like they're just moving in to see what's going on.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So he's got to throw the flag for the, okay. Woo. Flag thrown on your sideline. It makes you a little nervous.
Indeed it does.
Oh, yes.
Big time work up the middle, and that defense just continuing to rise up.
Now, Jason Blackwell kept his hands down till the ball was there, played the ball perfect. That is excellent defensive back play right there.
Darius back deep to receive here. Stands at his 31-yard line on to punt, another 3-and-out forced here. And again, we tell you, if this is a good high punt, Darius is chasing it back. He's got to pull it down, and does.
Oh.
We'll take that, and he is down at the 21. And boy, that was Darius saved about 20 yards on that one.
He did. Yes, he did. He did, and I'm glad he caught it before his head hit, because if his head would have hit it simultaneous, that may not have been good. But he's been solid back there all year, Doug. So.
And that's why you missed him last year when he went out early in the game. But this gets back to the point we talked about. It's a two-score game here. If the Trojans can get into the end zone and put this thing up to a three-score game, you like their chances, because you saw Brother Martin not built to pass.
Yeah.
Feaster's got two to the top, one to the near side. Handoff goes to JT. And boy, you think this would be the time he could break one, but that front seven does not back down.
Well, that's what I was just wondering, Doug. I mean, and he has got to come off for the. I'm wondering if he's gonna, if we're wearing him down. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but of course it looks like 99's back, Doug.
That's good to see. Now a four-man front for Brother Martin. Play action. Ty's gonna go. He pulls that one back beautifully. Cuts to the inside, slung down, but not before a pickup of 6 on the play. It'll make it 3rd down and 2, and quickly Lindsey back into the ball game.
Yeah, I think Kirkland might have gotten away with the 2 hands in the back there, but we'll take it. We had him go against us in the first half, so we'll take that missed one right there.
Line to gain is the 33-yard line. Trojans scrimmage from their own 30. 10-0, 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter of play. This is a big 3rd down opportunity for the Trojans. You want to move the chains here. Lindsey in motion. They're going to call false start. It'll make it 3rd down now and, 8.
That will be a 5-yard
penalty. All the way back to the 25-yard line. Again, we told you the line to gain is the 33.
Yeah, we didn't need to help them here, but you know, Doug, your offense doesn't have to be great whenever you have a defense as good as Brother Martin's.
You're exactly right. And it's big for Brother Martin right here.
It is.
If they can keep this thing to 2 scores and have the Trojans punting out of their own side of the field. Again, that play clock is running down, and they'll reset that to 25. They've had trouble with that most of the night. Coach Mercer's defense pitching a shutout here. The Trojans have been solid defensively on 3rd down. Again, if you're watching this one on the ride home, thank you for that. Or tomorrow, or we'll see what's going on. Again, unsure, a lot of stoppages. The officials continue to reset it. They're wanting to reset the 25, and finally they do. 3rd down and 8 now for the Trojans. Again, we've talked about that. 6:09 here in the third quarter. Trojans lead it 10-0. Lindsey winds his way around. Play action there. A little pump fake shoulder, and now he's going to try to go over the top, and that one bangs around and Good defensive work there by number 25, who was back on that one. That is Connor Milligan, who comes in, and you'll see Crenshaw come in for a more traditional punt for the Trojans.
Yeah, the difference between that one just now and the one in the first half where they were called for PI is he was face guarding, but when the ball got there, he turned and made a play on the ball. Very good defense there on their back end.
This is one that Crenshaw needs to field and get it on out of there. Good kick by Crenshaw to get that one away. The official in the middle, he goes down. Bounces around, it's picked up by Ware on the far side. He's making his way down the sideline, and that's big work by a special teams play that Brother Martin certainly needed.
Yeah, and that is big, Doug, and that's dangerous. I mean, it worked for him, and that's probably why it worked for him, because you just don't usually see that. But that ball was bouncing left and right whenever it hit, and he made a play on it.
Best starting field position for Brother Martin, not the best position. They were inside the red zone before that turnover. Here comes that defense that has been so solid in this one. 2-score lead for the Trojans. Jalen trying to get somebody else. He brings Blackwell over here with him for coverage on the slot man, and now goes the other way with it to try to check and see what formation that defense is in. High snap, Ware gets it up the middle, pushing behind that big offensive line. The Trojans defense should be rested and ready to go here.
Yeah, you got Aiden Walker and Nelson on the tackle there for a 5-yard gain. So that little guy, man, he gets behind that big line, and he's hard to find.
Yeah, indeed he is. And Brother Martin content to grind on that clock again. Now they hurry to the line a little bit, trying to catch the Trojans jumping and moving around. 4-man front for your Alexandria Trojans. Snap is back. Going to be a false start as the whistle was blown to the near side, and that'll erase that first down gain and put the Crusaders behind the sticks at 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, uncharacteristic there for Brother Martin, but you know, it's been a tough night for them on offense, so you can expect things like this to happen.
Had some scores come around earlier. Edna Carr up 29-0 in that game.
Okay.
Trojans up 10-zip here in this one.
What's the latest on Tioga St. Paul?
We'll get that in just a sec. Motion here, another high snap, and there's been a lot of those, and that messes up the timing on that little run and gobbled up like Thanksgiving dinner there in the backfield.
Yeah, Jeremiah Jeffers Wright, first man on the scene, and didn't really need any help, but he had a bunch of his fellow teammates behind him.
Menard's season looked like it's on its way to coming to an end. What a great season it was, outright district champs, but they trail Calvary 35-0. St. Paul 24, Tioga 14. That game in the second half. Here, it is your Trojans 10, Brother Martin 0. Crusaders have it 3rd down and 12 from the 35-yard line. Back to pass. Going over the middle, and that's a beautiful, and it's in and out of the hands.
It's
They're
incomplete.
They're going to call that incomplete.
That's incomplete, yeah.
And boy, he throws that pass that kind of is like a fastball when you're following through. He throws that low ball, had it right in line, 4th down, and you got to believe Brother Martin keeps that offense out there.
Yeah, quarterback went and got the play and just coming back over here. Whew.
If there's been one play that has been open for the Crusaders tonight, it's been that move over the middle, that down the seam. It opens up that defense.
Yeah, and the only reason he didn't complete it the last time he threw it was because Doyle was in his chest. So
Doyle sitting there at the linebacker spot on 4th down and 12. Trojans giving a little bit of room and wanting to take a little bit back. Back to pass now. Here comes pressure going over the top. Jalen knocks it away, just gets in there. Thought he might have had an INT, but he was better served to knock that one away. And the Trojans force another turnover. And I'm telling you, there's no service on Showtime Duke Island tonight.
Trojans will start 1st and 10.
Already an INT knocks that one away. And, boy, great work by Mingo and Jalen Johnson. Jason Blackwell, Doyle, the guys up front. And Jalen's over there doing push-ups because he feels like he missed that interception. So great work with the Trojans. Now with another opportunity. Used a lot of clock. 4:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. Two receivers to the near side, one to the top. Trojans need to put something on the board. Ty pulls it down, and he's trying to get to the sideline. Boy, Ty is going to need to spend some time in the training room, the whirlpool after this.
Yeah, we'll take that 4 yards. Definitely take that 4 yards.
4 yards in a cloud of dust will get you there, my friend.
11 carries tonight for Ty.
Never would have thought that he would be the leading rusher, but you adapt and you overcome and you do what you need to do. 2nd down and 6 for your Trojans from the 37. Play action. Now they got Darius again. Oh, he finds Tanner out of the backfield. Tanner's got it inside the 35 to the 30-yard line. Tanner Townsend sneaks out of the backfield. And here go your ASH Trojans on the move one more time.
It was like a 33-yard pass there to Tanner Townsend.
Oh, yeah, Darius wide open, too, in that one. Handoff goes to JT. Only a handful of carries here in the second half, but hasn't been needed as Feaster has done his work. And the Trojans are doing, Nick, what they need to do in this one.
Yeah, and Doug, they didn't even have the chain set on that play, but that was a 33-yard gain to Townsend. And the key was the offensive line gave him time, Doug, so because that was an out and up by Townsend, and he hit him.
Officially 1 yard, 2nd down and 9 for the Trojans. JT has it again off the right side. He's picked up and he's slammed down. Boy, they have been on JT. They've keyed on him all night, but it's been the pass of the Trojans and the legs of Feaster that has done that. Don't forget, we will name a Southern Air Cool Play of the Game and, of course, a Quibido's Player of the Week. If there are any teams remaining, we will have a Coach Speak show this Sunday. Going to be a false start on the Trojans, and boy, that hurts, and Bachman just not happy about that.
That's a false start on the offense.
Only thing that has stopped the Trojans tonight has been a couple of false start penalties. Boy, the Trojans have to get this thing into the end zone.
And Doug, it must be just barely a flinch because the side judges aren't calling it, it's the umpire, which I'm not saying he's not seeing it, but that's just how little of a flinch it is.
You saw the right guard move that time.
Yeah.
Trojans looking back to the side again. 8 seconds and 7 on the play clock, and they're content to chew a little clock here. 2 and 1, not going to get the play off.
Oh, gosh.
Penalty is called for delay of game, and it comes in from everywhere. Bachman wanting to hang on to the timeout, didn't call the timeout there.
That's an additional 5-yard penalty.
Ooh. This is 3rd down.
2:05 to go here in the third. Trojans pitching a shutout 10-0. Their defense has been so solid. Jalen Johnson having the game of his career. Clock starts back at 1:56 and counting. Ty back to pass. Good pressure.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and that's in and out of the hands. Jumped the stop route to Darius, and that was just an ill-advised throw from Ty, and we got lucky that one wasn't housed.
Boy, you talking, he had all the momentum down to the, 31-yard or 30-yard line, and then 2 penalties back to back. Actually, we were actually 2nd and 5 or 3rd and 5 before we had the penalties.
I'm not 100% certain you don't pooch it from the 35. You just kick it as high as you can, angle for the corner or whatnot. He does just that. He kicks it low and is going to try to roll it, and that's just a beautiful punt. The guys don't see it, but Ty says, I'll get it out at the 2. You just step aside and let me go to work. That could very well be one of the plays of the game.
Yeah, that was big for sure. Just like I said, momentum there, and then we have back-to-back penalties.
So you go from a drive that started inside the 35, best field position for Brother Martin, to one now that starts back on their 2-yard line. Aiden Walker is in there. Almost thought you might see Dole come in on the blitz, but don't think that Aiden won't find his way into the back for the quarterback. Boy, the nose of the football on the 2-yard line.
And Brother Martin's not going to change their game plan because it's only 10-0.
That's correct. 1:45 to go in the third. Trojans lead at 10-0. You see that on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Snap is back, handoff. No, that's a quick throw. Boy, that's a good piece of work there by that Brother Martin offense in front of Jason Blackwell, and it is complete to number 14, Brody Dumontier, on the slant completion.
Yeah, we play off him there, and he just goes right inside between the linebackers and the safety.
Coming up looking for something big in the backfield. There's a handoff up the middle. Trojans, Johnny on the spot there.
Aiden Walker on that. Great solo tackle there. I'm pretty sure it was Aiden Walker.
You see Aiden coming out, and they do that 40 for 10. 60 seconds remain here in the third. Trojans on top 10-0. Just a 2-score lead. This drive started at the 2. Play action now rolling out to the far side. Good downfield blocking, but also good pursuit by the Trojans. That'll bring up another third down, Nick.
Yeah, Carrick Gaines stretching that one out, making a good tackle, and here we go, 3rd and long.
36 seconds. 30 on the play clock, so Brother Martin will have to snap the ball here in the 3rd quarter.
It's a big play here, Doug. Watch 14 on that slant again.
Trojans have been really good on 3rd down tonight. Now rolling this side. Here comes pressure. Throwing the ball over the top. In and out of the, Jason Blackwell in coverage. And good work by that defense to get Brother Martin on the ground. And that's a 4th down, another big 3rd down stop for your Trojans.
Yes, and I paused and I was looking all up and down this sideline. Great job by Jason Blackwell on that. Made a play on the ball at the very end. And just great job by this defense again.
I'm telling you that this Trojan defense has been as solid as you find. With our difficulties following here, we may end up ending the broadcast after this is over with and just going live down on the field with Coach Bachman. That one kicked away. It's a good punt to the far side. Washington does the right thing and gets out of the way, and that is a tremendous punt. That's what they've been trying to do the entire time. That young man is solid as they come. What is that, about a 60-yard punt?
Yeah, easily. He was, 20 to 50.
50-yard punt that rolls dead at the 30-yard line, and the Trojans have one play to run off here with 3 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. 3 seconds to go in the 3rd. This is 10-0 Trojans, and barring anything unforeseen, they'll take that into the end zone, or into the 4th quarter, rather. Boy, I'd like to see them take it into the end zone. Yeah, we'll take it into the end zone, too.
Sounds like a good idea.
Goodness. Again, Doug Gann, Nick Magnano, Brett Stallsby bringing you the action tonight from Joseph S. Yenny Stadium. And I see why they didn't want us in the press box. That thing is full. They got a lot of onlookers up there. Don't see a lot of work going on, but needless to say, it's their park, their home game, and they're the 4 seats. They can put us wherever they want to. Glad to have you along. Snap throw over to Darius. That play will end the 3rd quarter. His helmet's backwards, getting there, banging him around, saying they come out with the ball, but they don't. And that is about a 4-yard pickup that will end this very rapidly moving 3rd quarter. Trojans had a touchdown and extend their lead. It was 3-0. It's now 10-0. We'll be right back. You're watching ASH Trojan football right here on 446 Sports. Ten to nothing. We're back live here atop Joseph Yenny Stadium on the visitors' side tonight, having a good time up in here. Long drive from Alexandria to get down into where we are, but so glad to be here tonight, and so glad that you were here.
Ball on the 32-yard line to start the 4th quarter.
Trojans now set to go. Ball from the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Following that quick one there, and boy, that could have got crazy in a hurry as they didn't blow the whistle, and you talked about that. It wasn't timely.
No, it was not.
Moving defensive line toss comes to JT as he's very patient, letting that develop. Falling forward and banging around, and that's where the workload continues. And they try to throw him, and Coach Skip jumps in and grabs JT before they threw him into the bench on the near side.
Yep, Doug, that's a 13-yard gain and then a 6-yard run out of bounds. And unfortunately, it's only going to count for 13. But what a great
big
run.
13 yards it was.
Yes. Momentum, confidence builder.
JT once again, he's back in the backfield, and he is dropped. And that's at number 99 and 91 that we talked about 99 earlier. First time really that we've called 91 tonight. Got to believe that is Cole Fassett. Nathan Malek also on it.
Wow.
Loss of 4 on that one. Ty in that offense will look to the near side. You got Townsend at the H-back, and Kirkland Bates in the slot, EJ to the near side. And boy, they are on that stop route too. They have been. We've not seen that tonight. Darius Washington is the lone receiver to the far well. He's on the outside of Kirkland. Play action. Now going down to seam again. Tanner's got it in his hands, and he's down to the 30, continuing. Young man's got to hang on to it. He says, give me that ball. Inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Oh, baby, what a play. And the Trojans will hurriedly get down there. And Tanner Townsend, big man showing out tonight. Wow, how about that one?
Right up the seam, Doug. I mean, great play fake to JT. The safety bit and right over the top.
One of the best athletes on the team. Everybody tells us that, and he showed it. JT up the middle. Speed jump spins. Going to be hit. And And look, I'm telling you what, these officials are really letting a lot go, and it's a travesty. And these Trojan fans, and look, Brother Martin just with a lot of swagger and cockiness, but I'm asking them what the score is in this one tonight.
Look, I got to tell you, Doug, what a great job by this coaching staff. Because I'm here to tell you, I'm about to jump out of my boots, okay? And they are calm. They're worried about the next play.
2nd down and goal after the loss of 2. The ball back to the 8-yard line. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side. It's EJ over here. Kirkland at the slot, Darius at the top for those of you scoring at home. JT Lindsay flanked to the left side of Ty. And the H-back is the athletic Tanner Townsend. There's a play action. Ty's going to have to scramble. There's going to be a hold. Ty's going to have to go down, and he does. Got to believe they will decline the hold, take that 3rd. I don't know, they may want to push them back here.
Yeah, it looks like he got a 2-yard gain or 1-yard gain.
Holding on the offense, saw that. It came right from the middle. 10-yard penalty from the spot, so that's going to turn a 2-yard gain into a 10-yard loss. 9:38 remaining here in this one. You see that on your Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Checking some other scores from around the way. Episcopal or Calvary 38-6. We'll have to get some scores. No, Calvary up 49-0 in that one. (17-16). Clock stopped at 9, or moving at 9:27 and counting. 2nd down and goal from back at the 18. Trojans almost out of the red zone, have got to get into the end zone. That just gives them a little bit more room.
Let's get the playoff, boys.
Right in front of Ty, 2-1. Now JT's got it. It looks like the Trojans are content to run some clock off here and perhaps look at another field goal attempt.
Yeah, going to give him 2.5 on that one, Doug. That's his 24th carry, and I don't think he's at that 75 yards yet, but he's working. He's earning it.
This will get us down. Boy, that big play from Tanner Townsend was just huge. Got him inside the 5, but it's been a couple of miscues defensively. (8:37) and running down to 8 and 7 and 6 on the play clock. Trojans doing good job. Play action. Trojans looking forward here, banging around, and the clock will stop on that incompletion with 8:27. And you'll see that field goal unit trot out onto the field on what is going to be a 33-yard attempt.
Yeah, well, it looks like, okay, yeah. So the ball's at 16, yeah, so 26 looks like.
Yeah, they're going to bring Bodie Van Dyke out to attempt this one.
Yeah, so ball's going to be placed around the 23, Doug, so a 33-yard field goal here.
Oh, good work by Brother Martin as the ball was first and goal inside the 5, because this keeps it at a 2-score game still.
Yeah, and we had a hold that sent it back.
Kick is up, and it is plenty good.
Nope.
Oh, he missed. I don't know where he missed it. I guess
It went right. It went right.
Yeah, wow. Puts it back onto the bleachers there, or back into the, I guess, where the track part of it is here. That just went outside the goalpost, I guess.
Yeah, it was just to the right. What a stop. Like I said, we helped them with that hold there on that second down play, but they definitely stopped. You know, Tom might have been able to throw EJ a little deeper into the zone there, but that defender made a great play as well.
Story of tonight has been that ASH Trojan defense. They're pitching a shutout here in this one with 8:23 remaining. 2-score lead for the Trojans as they have Brother Martin back at the 20.
Brought in big tight end.
Snap is back. Handoff goes up the middle, but the Trojans are there. And there's Xavier White comes in and gets that one, but it is a 4-yard, maybe 3.5 on the carry.
Yeah, they brought in a big 47, the tight end. That's the first time I think I've seen him tonight, maybe, and he's coming off now, but he pulled with the right guard and tackle and came around for that play.
Second down and looks like 6 for Brother Martin. The line to gain is the 30. Just have to put the nose of the football on the 30. Play action now rolling. That play's been effective. Oh, they're leaking him out of the backfield. And Jalen looked inside and it went outside, but Jalen is going to be there to make that stop all the way down to the 35-yard line. And Jalen is upset with himself for leaving that outside. And Aiden Walker quickly over there to say, hey, big man, come on, forget about it, and let's go back to work.
Yep. Remember, his interception was on our 1-yard line, in the first half. So short memory, let's go.
First down and 10. Brother Martin's got it at the Trojan 35-yard line. Clock continues to roll. Both teams have their full complements of timeouts. Trying to get on to the third round of playoffs and play after Thanksgiving are both of these teams. Handoff goes up the middle. Brother Martin not getting out of their offense at all. And Jeremiah Jeffers Wright not getting out of his defense, but has to come out of this one for one play. And you'll see Hobbs run in there to replace Jeremiah after the helmet came off.
Yeah, Mason low, Jeremiah high, and 3-yard gain there, but that's good tackle there. And clock's still running.
Brother Martin will snap it under 7 minutes to go in this one. 10-0 Trojans lead it. That third quarter touchdown and a first half field goal. Handoff up the middle. Bouncing, Trojans containing, and there's a Marion Ford to close that one down.
Yeah, everybody stayed in their gap, played gap sound there, and when he tried to bounce it, Ford was there to force him back inside and made the solo tackle. Great job, and 26 is going off. Tell you what, Doug, everybody's going to feel this in the morning on both teams. This has been a great game.
Look, we will too as we get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to bring you Red River Youth Football League Super Bowls all throughout the day. We've got the Oak Hill, the Rapides Parish Girls Tournament Sinlock Clash is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, yeah, and Thanksgiving coming up. Trojans looking to come back down to New Orleans on Friday night and in the car. Snap is back. Spinning around. Here comes pressure. Throwing it anywhere but close to a receiver.
Whoa, what's the flag? What's this guy throwing a flag for?
Well, there was a little extracurricular at the end of it. Don't know if it was going to offset, but 58 and Jeremiah were going after it. X and one of the other guys were going after it. You see the body language.
Yeah, I think he did both. He did left and right. Illegal man downfield. Okay. Oh, that's a big call for Coach.
That's huge. No, that's going to be loss of down on that, wouldn't it?
Oh, it is. That's right. That's right.
Somewhere they're giving me grief because it's not. They'll decline the penalty and bring up 4th down.
Okay, all right.
4th and 5, ball at the 30-yard line.
And here goes an opportunity for another 4th down turnover for the Trojans. Under 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes, 6 minutes. 5:58 officially on the clock. And your Trojans lead it 10-0. Back to pass. Play action, spinning around. Here comes pressure up the middle. And that one's going nowhere close to a Crusader receiver. 1, 2, 3 turnovers on downs. Goodness gracious, the Trojans are sniffing a little bit of Thanksgiving football here. I don't think anybody is going to mind a trip back down to New Orleans if it presents itself next Friday.
That coach is not happy. He was wanting to hold on Blackwell there, and I'm just going to say
the
that
ball was nowhere around the
that's
receiver.
Right. That's right, and I'm going to say that he had the line judge, side judge he wanted in the first half, and he just doesn't have the one he wanted in the second half.
Following this game, when we end our broadcast, we will go live from the field. We'll wrap things up from here as our stream catches up. Boy, Ty just keeps it himself. Playing Jaden Daniels, Ty Feaster to the 30. Now 20.
Hold the ball.
10,
Hold the ball.
Inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Oh, baby, how about Ty Feaster? The crowd here in Metairie going crazy in that purple and gold section here at Joe Yiddy Stadium. And this could be a dagger for the Trojans to drive into this ball game tonight.
Ooh, Doug, at the 8-yard line?
Ty was off and running. Beautiful work.
62-yard gain there
Ty
on that.
Feaster. 5:35 and counting. Trojans will still hurry to the line, but they'll take a lot of time off the clock. And I'm going to tell you here, a touchdown, and you can start making your plans to get back down here next week.
I'm not going to...
I'll say it. Yeah. Trojan fans, get ready if this one goes into the end zone. Big stop there, though. By my count, the Trojans, no matter what they do, should get this thing about 3.5 minutes no matter what, provided any timeouts don't come up.
It'd be nice if that white hat got a little more involved with whenever they're pushing JT back for 6 yards. But he's just cool, calm, and collected over here.
Indeed, they are. Trojan fans all around, on your feet, 4:46 and counting here in this one. If you have not subscribed, we invite you to hit the subscribe button. We'll have this game up in its entirety tomorrow morning early. Trojans do take a timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching ASH Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 and East Pineville behind Arby's.
Action we go here for the Trojans following their timeout. It is 2nd down and goal. Boy, if anything has hurt the Trojans, it's been inside. They could have put this one away a drive ago, but trying to find a way. You got Kirkland Bates in the slot, EJ to the near side, Darius all alone on the outside. JT is there. JT has had tough running, but those carries have grinded away at this Brother Martin defense. JT's got a chance at it, cuts to the inside, touchdown JT Lindsey, touchdown Trojans. And the fans are on their feet here in Metairie. Oh, baby, what a big time drive. Look, it's been a steady diet of JT grinding and grinding and grinding. and he comes through and gets one that pays this thing off. 4:26 on the clock. Looks like Bodie in there, good. That one's blocked. Nobody can return it, so it will stay 16-0. That is very important. Why? Because it keeps it a two-score game.
Yes.
Wow, with that extra point, could have pushed it to 3. But Brother Martin has to get 2 scores and two-point conversions just to tie this thing up. They've got 4:26, but the Trojans' defense has been phenomenal in this one.
So, Doug, you're usually in their headsets.
Yes.
So you just have to tell me if I'm accurate.
Onside kick.
No. I'm saying on that play, in that huddle, that timeout, they said, we're giving it to 6, and you better block for them.
That's right. Say, look,
this is mano a mano.
And just
we're
go
putting it
get
in
it.
there.
And that was that offensive line.
Yep.
And you see them coming over to the near sideline, and they're watching it. And they had a lot of motivation and momentum and pep, but those guys are tired. I mean, they have been in a war tonight in this one. 16-0 Trojans lead this, looking to punch their ticket to another week. That one's going to roll around and check up. Stays in bounds.
Wow.
What a kick, like he drew it up. Got to get him on the ground, though. That lets some blocks develop. There's some holding going on down here. And then look, this is...
Hey, that's in his face!
That's a punch. Now, that young man should be kicked out of the game. Look at Christian Ray dominating down there. And so that one's going to come back. There's going to be that's a big thing. That young man's got to be ejected because a punch was thrown.
Yeah, and you know, when you talk about discipline,
And, boy, this thing, the Trojans, you got to watch the end of this one as it may tend to get a little chippy before things get wrapped up. The Trojans will spend a lot of time here, so we'll finish things up here. You won't miss the Coach Bachman interview because we'll go down on the sideline after we get all of our equipment picked up, and we'll go back and we'll talk to him. But that is just devastating for Brother Martin, and it's discipline for the Trojans tonight that has really paid dividends.
By my calculation, Brother Martin has all 3 of their timeouts left, Doug. So.
Yes, I believe so. Trojans just with 2. But again, they're not built to come back throwing the football.
No. I think you still be aggressive, but on the back end, you play safe.
Play action. Here comes Big Jeremiah throwing over the top. My Mingo says, give me that.
Get down,
get down. Side. Oh, don't get down. Get down to the end zone. Amirion Mingo to the 40. There's a horse collar, but he still keeps going to the 25-yard line. And there's no service on Mingo Island. Oh, baby, what a play. And
get off the field, boys.
Get your turkey, get your cranberry sauce, enjoy it on Thursday. And we're going to see some football on Friday night, gentlemen. Nick pulling out the chill bumps. That one was just floated in. We told you all along, you can't throw the deep ball down there if you're Brother Martin. We've not seen them be able to do that all year. Trojans fans on their feet.
Now
if we get a shot of the crowd here in just a second, we'll pan around after this. Yeah, they are on their feet here, cheering their Trojans on, and they can sense getting into the second round of the playoffs.
3rd round.
There you have it. 2nd round from tonight. How's that? Oh, they put 6 minutes back on the clock, but that's not going to work even here. They continue, and look, this crowd like they're going to hide that from somebody that they did it. They've had trouble with the clock here throughout. Well, if you look at games and you want to see it, so the Trojans come down, will knock off the number 4 seed. The only question is, will they shut out the number 4 seed in this one? And it looks like they're on the way to that. We'll get some good words in with Coach Josh Mercer and that defensive unit. We'll have a lot of post-game interviews for you, but they are feeling it on the Trojan sideline. They're feeling it here in the stands, all over the place. Trojan fans, on your feet. Ty Feaster back in the shotgun. Got 2 H-backs there. JT's got it up the middle. All he did was go in the end zone last time. And look at those legs churn. JT Lindsey, the junior Power 5 recruit, just continues to roll up the yards here in the second half. This 4th quarter's been crucial.
Yeah, 9-yard gain there on the right off the right behind Brett Bain and Rivette on there. And here we go. Time just ticking. I'm surprised.
Tick.
Well, I guess Brother Martin's not taking the timeout because they're probably assuming that we're going to get the first down. So that'll stop the clock.
And look, that's classy out of there. It's a 2-score lead, and Trojans will get up there, and you'll see a steady diet of J.T. Lindsay. You know, that toss has an opportunity. If they toss the ball to the far side, they've got a chance. I don't think they'll do it here. Handoff right up the middle, and there's J.T. trying to salt this one away inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, we're giving 7 there, Doug, and I mean
16 yards on back-to-back carries. Give him another 9 on the touchdown earlier, I believe is what it was.
Yeah, and they're not calling timeout, Doug.
Hammer is what Coach Bachman was talking to. And the Trojans, I expect, will run this one down, and they may call the timeout.
Wow.
Run it down to 1 second, so it's not going to change whether you snap it or not. The ball would have moved on the snap anyway. Get it down there, talk to your guys. Hurrying them down out there with 10 seconds and 9. So on the play, officially 2:35 left, 16-0 in this one. Your Trojans crafting a nifty shutout, and a timeout is called with 1 second to go by the Trojans. We're going to leave it right here. I just don't see what we can, anything that we've got. We'll tell you thanks to our sponsors that have made things possible for us tonight. 2 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in this one. And the Trojan fans know. Brett, let's spin around now and take a look at some of the dancing that's going on up here in the stands. There's a good wide shot at it. We'll get some, and no, there you go. There's that crowd that's in there. I think they're all ready to come back for Thanksgiving, aren't they? The Trojans coming back in the 3rd round, baby. How about that? Those Trojan fans going crazy tonight, and that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, how about over here, Brett?
Look, Brett,
hey,
we
Brett,
got some
over here.
To this side, and let's see what's going on. Boy, they're watching their phones
now
to see
I'm sorry.
what's going on. There we go, Brett. There, we'll get it.
Oh, I don't know if I'm being very professional right now, Doug. I'm sorry.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, back to the action here.
Halftime troubles, all of that. We had a lot of it, but the Trojans are rolling this one up. JT's got Ty's going to keep it. Why not? Ty Feaster inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd down and goal. And if Ty puts the ball in the air one more time, I'd be surprised in this one.
Yeah, 4-yard gain there on the keeper, and I tell you what, his
you looking to finish this game off and finish this drive off here.
And I mean, I'm still surprised. I mean, I guess Brother Martin's gonna keep their timeouts.
At this point,
yeah,
they've conceded this one, and they know that they've battled a team. Now, if it was a couple of scores and it was 42 to 20 something, but that defense has been dominating.
Yeah.
The stars of the game, JT is going to get a penalty there, and it is false start. Doesn't really hurt you any in this point. Boy, those Trojan fans were fired up in that one, weren't they?
Hey.
Trying to get the band to quiet down. Everybody's looking at the band and saying, hey, what do you... And look, the coaches are telling them. And Bachman turns around, and everybody's telling him, look.
We can't hear.
Goodness gracious. 1:39 to go in this Trojans' 2nd round victory here over Brother Martin. Just getting the final seconds ticked off of it. JT dropped down at the 12. That'll be 3rd down. And yeah, continue. That'll get it down under a minute to go. Wouldn't surprise me if the Trojans just run one more play. Here it's 3rd down. You'll have 30. It'll get down to about 50 seconds.
Yeah.
May have to snap it just one more time, but expect just a couple of wind downs on the clock. 1:11 and counting in this one. You see it officially getting updated. 16-0 here, but I can tell you there's 1:04 and counting in this one. 1:07 now, under a minute to go. Handoff JT, sidestepping, twisting around, hanging on to the ball and going down. And he may have ran off it. There's the push, JT. They're going to pull him down inside the 2. There's the penalty. You can't do that. But, boy, if they could have ran off 3 more seconds.
Yeah.
That would have got it under. But you're going to see Ty get under center, take a couple of steps back, and take a knee is all that I think you'll see out of this one.
Well, this
3 seconds difference. Oh, they'll reset it to 25, so they'll have to take.
Well, the question is, Doug, if they accept the penalty, or is it still third down?
Yes.
Or is that a loss of down?
Injury down there, and you hate to see that at the tail end of a hard-fought ball game. Goodness gracious, Trojans come down to Metairie, Louisiana in Joe Yenny Stadium and beautifully crafted shutout through 3 quarters, 11 minutes and 17 seconds, just 43 seconds remaining here in this one. And it, make no mistake about it, has been a dominant performance by that ASH Trojan defense. And Coach, you talked about your keys to the game, and they revolved around that defensive unit for the Trojans. We'll go back and take a look at that just a little bit. There you see, key number 2 was to know your role, and that front 7 had to do what?
Play sound, don't overplay, fill the gaps, and just it's about you.
And the offense, you said in key number 1, don't reinvent the wheel.
That's right.
They didn't do it.
They didn't.
They pounded
kept
JT
pounding,
the whole time. They hit Tanner Townsend out of the backfield, and we know they never throw to the tight end on that one. And key number 3 was, oh, brother, where art thou? And we found our way down here, but goodness, we took advantage of the 4 phases of this offense, defense, special teams, and did not let, and the coaching staff on there, and did not let Brother Martin really get anything going in this one. We appreciate all of those of you that tuned in tonight. Again, we will have the game for you, or we will wrap things up for you tonight.
Doug, that number 99 is a warrior.
Oh, indeed,
99.
Indeed he is.
Nathan Malik, if that's how you pronounce it, he is a warrior. I mean, that's the second time he's come out of the game. This one looks like it's cramping, and I could understand. He's been on the field for, 30 of the 48 minutes probably?
He's been on them a lot, indeed he has. Back to action we go. And again, look how far JT's back. You got him in the victory formation. So he'll step. All he's got to do is step back about 4 or 5 yards when this comes around. And it is third down again. So all you've got to do is make sure you get it under that 40-second mark. Don't commit a penalty, and you're going to get out of this thing with a 16-0 victory. And my goodness, that's going to make that ride back to Alexandria just a little bit sweeter. But, folks, don't go anywhere. Our Coaches Show, the Thomas Bachman Show, will be Tuesday night. Coaches Show will be Tuesday night. We can't have it on Thursday next week because, well, that's Thanksgiving. So,
we can eat turkey at the Coaches Show.
Come on out to walk-ons. Manny used to practice on Thursday nights, didn't they? Yeah, I know that Coach and that group will be ready, but keep you posted on that. Victory formation, and no, not a finer formation it is here.
Yeah, let's not let the quarterback get hit here, please.
Well, I think they've shown some class by not calling timeouts, and they do give him the 3 yards to get it to 3 seconds. Now he better go down, and he does.
Yeah.
Great work and class by Brother Martin in there. And that got it. And that is going to wrap things up. Brett, we'll take a look at that sideline, pan around, and see what's going on as the Trojans will move on to the third round. Boy, I'm trying to get them into the third round again. Still have to roll.
Still got a snap. Still got one more snap.
They've moved it to the 25-second on there. Still got to hold it. Now the Trojans will have to run one more play out of it, and not sure why it didn't go to 40 seconds on there.
Brother Martin called a timeout.
Well, you just step back and you take another knee and get out of it. Give their offense a shot or whatever you do. But, guys, it's been a great one. We will announce our Southern Air Cool Play of the Game. We'll announce our Quibitos Player of the Week. We'll do all of that Sunday on a very modified version of the show.
So we have Okay, so we have 25-second play clock, 37 seconds, and it's 4th down. So
yeah, and the clock it'll stop when they do it. So you just take a knee and get out of this again and give Brother Martin 30 seconds or so on the clock. They're flipping between the 42nd and toss. Boy, I just don't like that. JT spinning around. JT trying to continue to bang around. And JT Lindsay, touchdown, Trojans, touchdown, JT Lindsay. Oh, what a run for the junior Power 5 recruit, JT Lindsay. And that's what tells you don't have to snap it again.
Oh, I'm speechless, Doug. I mean, I can't say anything.
22, Brother Martin 0. On for the PAT is Bodie Van Dyke. And, boy, that was all JT Lindsay on that one. Oh, baby. Goodness gracious. Snap, place, kick. It's good. 23-0. Trojans have wrapped this one up in fine fashion. We'll be right back. Back to live action, and one more time we want to take a look at this crowd that has been on their feet the entire game. We'll take a look back at these guys over here, and they have been some kind of fired up down here in Metairie. My goodness, back to the field we will go, and what a great crew that has come out tonight. Give them a hand on this one. 23. Big shout out to my man Troy Burns, who may not have been watching this, but I'll cut this up and send up to him. And we went double or nothing on this. I had Ash over Bonneville last week, and I got Ash over Brother Martin, and I'll be getting lunch courtesy of Troy Burns next week. Kickoff is there. Ware coming to the near side. Wait a minute, turning around, going the other way.
Blocking the back.
Have got to get him onto the ground. You don't want to spoil this one. And there it is, coming in and getting that play. That is that Jalen again?
Yeah, Jalen Johnson.
What a game that young man has had.
Yeah, come over here, Jalen. Don't be talking to them.
Yep, just get back over here and get ready to come back to town 1 week from today.
Yeah, Coach Bachman calling a timeout because he is not happy with that. He's not happy with that.
This has been a war out here on this field. You see the band starting to get cranked up. Brett over to our right side. That's that Trojan band. It arrived a little bit late tonight, but they made it in. You see the band and a few of the fans that have stuck around. They're dancing on the sidelines over here and knowing that they'll be back 1 week from tonight.
I even think John Peach is dancing on the sidelines.
Indeed, he is. Just formality of getting this last night. Look, Coach Bachman is fired up, as you will find out there. Big time work, and we'll have some interviews post-game after we wrap this up. We'll get all of our stuff, get uncovered, and get down to the field. Get it put back up and get down to the field.
New quarterback, Doug, number 9 is in, who is Camden Burris.
Must have the arm, and they're trying to, go down the field. Now, it's still 12
it's still
that's
12,
in there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Play action.
No, it's 8.
It's 8 that's coming there. He's going to run up the field. Cuts back to the middle where he's met and hit hard down at midfield. Clock will stop momentarily at 13 seconds. And this is where you're trying to avoid a shutout.
He's a senior, Doug, so that's probably why they're giving him.
Getting him in there in a playoff game and let him get out and get something. Blackwell is deep. Mingo is deep. And the pursuit is deep by Xavier White. He's back there on the sack, is X, and how about the sophomore? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your ball game. Trojans will go on to the 3rd round to face Edna Carr, we believe. Be back here 1 week from tonight. You've been watching ASH Trojan football right here on 446 Sports. Stick around. We'll have our post-game interview after all this is over. Good night, everybody. From my man Nick Magnano, Brett Stolzby, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all and good night.